What?
A lot of people are haunted by their past. I'm inspired by it.
They're not just playing for themselves, they're really playing for their entire family.
They have defeated their demons! They have crushed the curse!
The Esports World Cup, the most elite competition in the world. Its trophy system is built to match. The Club Championship Trophy, awarded to the one club that rose above the rest and reigned supreme across all EWC games. Every participant earns a key engraved with their name. That's their right to compete. Reigning champions hold a key unlike any other. The game trophy is the ultimate prize for every game's champion. Incomplete until a champion's key is inserted. The champion's keyframe is locked into the totem, a stone marker of legacy, etched with every EWC champion. The losing keys are crushed. The champion claims 3, a personal reminder of who they defeated. The rest are preserved beneath the totem, in resin. Every fallen contender captured forever. Will you be remembered or forgotten beneath the totem? At EWC, nothing is granted. Everything is earned.
He thinks he can come in here and play my game! Let's go. He knows nothing but go!
Tyler, why? You're done.
This is my ladder. You can't climb it.
It's better than being hard-sucking masters.
You're going too far now.
Your eyes buggy. Your elbows ashy.
Is that airline? That's an L airline.
Somebody better hold me.
Okay, yeah. Do something then.
Raw energy. Blow the house down. You look nervous.
You look short. Everything's good? Fight. Okay.
Do you really need the wraps?
Yeah, that feels like overkill to me.
Let's see, you know, I think for us, it was the opposite. We actually started really well. We were, I think, almost leading until a tense game where we got to match point, and then, yeah, I think probably pressure came to the guys, and they just couldn't finish, you know. I think the way we played to match point has been a little bit disappointing regarding what we've showed before.
Okay.
But, you know, we're still top 5, we're still grabbing some points, so hopefully, I mean, obviously we would have wanted to win, we would have preferred to get a better result, but always better than Genji, right?
Yeah. Man.
There we go.
There's the trash talk.
That's exactly
You started it.
Thank you.
The Falcons. We conned the Falcons.
It's true.
We handled business for everybody else. Everybody said they were going to win.
Yeah.
We landed on them, first team to ever land on them, and they got last place.
Everyone is playing, you're not yet. EWC Play is your all-in-one platform to compete in fantasy, pick'em, and quests for a grand total of $300,000 in prize pool. Build your dream fantasy team in 5 different games and track your score with live results tables. Predict the winner of every game, every group stage, and every tournament. Complete daily and weekly challenges to earn boosters that help you climb the global leaderboard. Got what it takes? Join EWC Play now.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 kicks
Off here at the Esports World Cup. The CDL's 12 teams will meet alongside 4 of the most proven challenger squads for all to see. This rendezvous in the City of Love will end with only one victor. Participating clubs from the CDL are automatically qualified in. Joining them are the top 3 challengers teams from Champs and one last chance qualifying team. First is the group stage. Over the first 2 days, these 16 teams will be split into 2 groups of 8, sending it through a best-of-5 double elimination bracket. Only 4 teams from each group will advance. Now, it's time for the playoffs. Out of the 16 teams that participated in groups, we're left with the top 8. These teams will face off in a best-of-7 single elimination bracket. One mistake and you're out of the tournament. No second chances here. And now we've approached the last day of the tournament. For this final spectacle, 2 semi-final matches take place. The losers of each will get the chance to settle who walks away as third. The winners advance to their last match. The grand finals is a best-of-9 grueler for the biggest slice of the $1.8 million prize pool. The teams have played their hearts out to this point, going undefeated from the start of the playoffs. This is not the time to choke. The winners will cement themselves in EWC history and become the champions. At the Esports World Cup, nothing is granted, everything is earned.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 here at the Esports World Cup. We're in Paris, France, back yet again after touring for the CDL Major just 2 months ago. And in this stunning city, we're of course looking to add one more champion to the totem. I'm Enigma, I'm here alongside Nameless as well as Rosalie. We're going to be a trio that's going to run you through some of the things here to talk about at the top of the show, but it will be, of course, 16 teams squaring off here in Paris, 12 of which qualified through our Pro League, 3 of them coming in through Challengers Finals, and one of them joined us just this weekend via the LCQ.
I'm going to run some past you guys. I want to talk about what's coming up through this week. And I'm actually going to throw a question in your direction. Nameless, what is one story that you're incredibly excited for coming through this week?
Yeah, so I'll say one team is FaZe, but if we're talking one specific story, especially from day one, I'm going to go with 100 Thieves versus Boston. People are going to look at me and call me crazy, Ali, because Boston haven't been good, but it's more so from the side of 100 Thieves. Scrap coming off a historically bad tournament at Champs. He's got to bounce back. And in order to do that, it has to be early in match number 1. So Scrap and 100 Thieves performance.
No, fully agree. A lot of pressure on Scrap. All eyes on him after that performance at Champs.
Yeah.
Of course, got a lot of work to do to continue to push that legacy onto where he wants it to be in the future. Rosalie, I'm going to send it in your direction next. What's the big story for you this week?
Don't roll your eyes just yet, but I am totally going to go with Gentlemaids. Now, apart from the obvious reasons, being back in Paris, we were just there not even 60 days ago. Also, in the fact of the club championship, this is a team that might be trying to climb the ranks, and if they place a top 8 here, not only are they getting some of that money, but heaven forbid you win the whole thing, that's a whole different conversation.
And they have a real chance, too, right?
They look great.
Yeah, their COD team is fantastic.
No, it is. It's a really good side. Of course, had a limited amount of time building up to Champs. We'll now get more time here at EWC to grow and improve. But that's the entire look ahead. And of course, day one is going to be packed with 6 different matches. A lot of action going on to kick things off. We know that we're in for a long day. We're all going to love that, of course. But for you viewers at home, you've got some incredible action ahead. I think for me, the Crunchyroll story of the day, it's got to be that FaZe v Pit team. And I think in particular, I'm looking at Mythics. Last year, I studied in 2025, speaking about certain Neum. He came to that Team War roster. And of course, his side had a rough time overall in the tournament, but he stood out as a diamond. And I'm hoping that you're uncovering another one in the rough here in Mythics. It feels like it's his time for the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, he's chirping team owners on Twitter. He's been grinding all year. And this is just that tournament. All the challenger players have caught up to the pros in terms of game knowledge. There's not that much crazy stuff going on now strategically, right? So this is your best opportunity to come in and upset some of these pro teams that might be headed towards blowing up their roster. So if you're Mythics, you have to seize this opportunity.
And I love the story that you kind of put up there, because this has been the year, I feel like, of rookies as far as like our esport goes. Like every year on, we have been picking up not only more players from their performances at EWC, but just in general. So I think that's a really good shout.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for people to prove themselves here at Call of Duty Black Ops 7 for the Esports World Cup. But for all of our chatter, for all of our excitement, there's a hell of a lot of action ahead. So let's send it back to the studio.
$75 million, 25 tournaments. Over 200 clubs, only one club champion. The club championship is the beating heart of the Esports World Cup. Over 7 weeks, esports clubs send their players to compete. Every placement, every win, every podium earns points for their club. At the end of 7 weeks, every point counts. The club at the top walks away with $7 million and the title of best esports club in the world. It's not about being the best at one game. It's about being the best across all of them. Depth, versatility, consistency under pressure. One championship trophy, one title. Who will take it? Watch history unfold in Paris at the Esports World Cup 2026.
Of course, the Club Championships is the name of the game here at EWC. I'm Jeannie, and I'm going to give you a bit of a breakdown as to what happened last week and what you can be expecting this one. The main narrative has been Falcons, or the lack thereof, because regardless of the fact that they won EWC Club Championship in 24 and 25, so far in 2026, they have struggled. Up until, last week, Saturday, for Street Fighter 6, where they were able to win their first title, giving them 1,000 points and putting them on top of the leaderboard, which basically overnight changed the narrative from what is Falcons doing to who is going to beat Falcons. With that, Na'Vi got knocked into the second position. They are still over 2,000 points, and they have 4 more teams competing, so a couple more up for grabs for them, and potentially they could be competing for that title. Liquid is another heavy hitter. Last year, they were second. So far, they're just not in a competition. It is week 4 and they still have 0 points. They do have a Siege roster competing this week and next week, but the roster also is known to not do the hottest when it comes to LAN environments, so a big question mark there. Team Spirit are the ones that won MLBB last week, so that's 1,000 points for them. And then when we're looking at COD, it was G2 who were actually able to take it away, which, to be fair, was complete heartbreak when we're looking at Twisted Minds, because they were competing in COD as well as in Overwatch, and they were able to not win out either, because Zeta Division are the ones that got 1,000 points closing out on Overwatch. The most important thing to be looking forward to this week is whether or not some of these heavy hitters, when we're talking Vitality, we're talking Falcons, are going to be able to get some more points onto the club championship leaderboard, because right now, literally nothing is making sense, and that's what makes everything so beautiful.
What's up, everybody? I'm here at EWC, and as you can see, the super fans are starting to pour in. Everybody, let's get some hype here, everybody. We're about to get it going now. Before the tournament starts, you need to make sure you get your EWC app so you can do your pick'ems, predict who's gonna win the tournament. Now, I gotta ask you guys over here, because we got a lot of jerseys, all right? Yo, are you representing Chicago or C9 today?
No, I'm Whole Thieves. 100% Thieves.
All right, 100 Thieves is gonna be your pick to win the tournament. Brother, what about you?
Scrap Redemption Arc, 100 Thieves.
Scrap Redemption Arc.
I know I'm wearing a G2 jersey, but I'm actually a FaZe fan here, so.
Okay. But it's okay to believe in G2. What about you?
Optic. Has to be Optic.
Hydra in France.
But it's Paris. It has to be Paris.
Everybody is here. Now, guys, start putting your pick'ems in on your phone. Don't forget, download the EWC app. Get them in ASAP. Now, we're about to run up on the picks, but Ginny got someone who loves to run it up as well.
Ginny here, and I'm joined with Koya from 100 Thieves, the general manager. When it comes to things esports related, this week, a pretty important title that you guys are competing in. So first things first, I want to know your expectations of this week specifically.
Yeah, I mean, our expectations coming in are obviously to win. I know there's a lot of, kind of points and stuff on the line, club championship-wise for us as a company. But the team we have in Call of Duty, our expectation is always to come into every event to win. Anything less, we'll be upset about that. And, coming off the end of the Call of Duty season that we just had, kind of riding the high, winning 1 major, winning 2 minors, then coming second at Major 4, kind of flunked out a little bit at COD Champs, obviously, but coming into here looking to reset and, bring it home.
I'm looking forward to see how that plays out because, of course, you're touching up the club championship points, and that's the very big theme coming here at EWC. You guys winning Valorant as well. I will put my hand up and say I personally didn't expect it, so that was a really big surprise. That already got you guys 1,000 points. So you're already in that top 8. Another win here would be crucial, I assume.
Yeah, I've done a bit of the math and kind of looked at last year's results where, clubs were sitting points-wise and, kind of the prize money payout you would get for that. I think last year, let's say we make top 8 here.
Yeah.
That's how we qualify to get the, club championship payout. That sits us at 1,200 points there automatically, which I think last year would have been around 15th place or so, which is, $300,000 or so just straight coming out for that. So
not bad.
Obviously we're coming in to win it all, not just get top 8, but obviously that's what we need to secure to get our club championship points and the prize money over the line.
Has the club championship point this year maybe impacted 100 Thieves in any way moving forward, where they're looking to expand into different titles that are EWC relevant?
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking at more esport title opportunities, of course. And, last year, looking back at it, we had 5 teams that qualified at EWC, and there was a bounty attached to it where, your teams get a little bit more money for that. This year, it didn't make quite as much sense for us with the changes they did. But yeah, I mean, next year, if there's any other changes and it makes more sense for us, we're absolutely open to that. We want to explore other opportunities and see what makes sense. So yeah, definitely not shutting the doors on that, and we'll, kind of play it by year basis. But yeah, definitely want to get more titles if possible.
So my last question here is, when it comes to COD this week, are there any specific rivals you're looking to take down? And why is it Gentlemates?
Yeah, I mean, I have my own opinions. I'm sure the players and coaching staff and, whoever else does as well. But yeah, being in Paris again, obviously beating the Gentlemates would be nice. We have, an ex-player over there at the moment. Optic is another one. Our office is right down the hall from them. We're always rivals with them. We see each other's in grand finals a lot. So taking down both those teams would be great. But honestly, like I said before, we're here to win it all. So beating everyone is just a good feeling. And when it comes time to crush the key, you'll see who we pick.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. That's it from us now. Back to you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, welcome into the STC Arena, where movie star Koi's squad is ready to take the main stage first. They'll be facing off against a newly retooled Carolina Royal Ravens. And the Ravens, well, they're looking to fly high. They've added Trakes into the mix, and after some issues with Scandi, Nox was the fill-in going into Champs Challengers race, rather. Let's talk a little bit about their team recently and the expectations today. I've got Rosalie and Enigma. I'm your host, Chris Puckett. Enigma, you just watched an awesome tournament over on Warzone. The Call of Duty move to stage 1, though, is kind of expecting even more fans. Do you think it could be louder in this venue than it was last week?
If it is louder somehow over here, then that would be incredibly impressive. It was very rambunctious over there, but Call of Duty, of course, brings some incredible fans. We know that there's going to be a pocket of Gentlemates and many other fan bases out here, so yeah, going to be an incredible time.
I think they're already there.
Yeah, we'll be talking with the Gentlemates plenty on this show, guys. First, though, we got to talk about Koi in the prize pool. Allie, $1.8 million on the line here. Just coming off of Champs, we just paid everybody out huge. Now they've got an opportunity to score $600,000 more if you win first place.
Yeah, and especially if you want to lean on the talk of Koi, is the fact that they didn't place that well at Champs, right? It was a very lackluster placing for them. So looking ahead at EWC, this is a big opportunity for them to kind of make a case for their current roster.
If you've been watching Black Ops 7, you know that Koi has always had the potential to finish top 3. They haven't done it when they needed to most, and we'll find out, can they do it to close out the year? To discuss everything Koi related, we've got the one and only Aroma, the master of all smells. Aroma, are you there?
There shouldn't be anything.
He's coming.
Is he?
I hear him.
Lana, appreciate you, man.
I hear an Aroma in the background. We're going to get him set up technically, I believe, in a little bit, and then we'll bring him on the show. Rosalie, he's been there for Koi through the ups and the downs. Where has been the highest high for movie star Koi throughout Black Ops 7?
You don't want me to answer that question because it doesn't really have to do
Birmingham,
with their
right?
current roster. That's going to be the problem, but it was Birmingham because we got to see Insight kind of in a home space, home crowd get cheered on for the first time, and that is kind of where we saw a turnaround from him because there were some roster calls leading up to that event where he was kind of the main point of conversation. So big shout out for Insight and Jamie. Hopefully he shows us something here in Europe as well.
The concerning thing for me, though, did it paper over the cracks a little bit? Because despite the performance, you could argue that when they were in a position to maybe make a change and they didn't, sure, you get that result in Birmingham, but since then, it's been a rocky road, so I don't know if they would also consider that high. I think I'm with Rosalie on this one. It's been a tough year.
We're going to try and get my man Aroma on the line in a moment. For now, we've got Guy Blaze on the side of Jamie, better known as Insight. Here he is.
What's up, everybody? We're about to get EWC underway, but you know, I got to talk to my main man, Jamie here, Insight from movie star Koi. Jamie, we're back at EWC. I mean, last year you guys were turning up on a stage, but this year we're playing in Europe, man. How does it feel to be back on this side of the world?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last 2 years of EWC have been Saudi, so being in Paris is obviously a crazy switch up, but it's been nice. You know, Paris is a lovely place, but for the event itself, can't wait to get underway, and I'm super excited.
I mean, I'm excited to watch you guys play. You know, when I saw you at Major 2 with the European fans, you know, they were behind you every series. They were showing you guys love. You know, talk to me about, you know, to be able to play in front of them, but also to make it back to another final. You know, we saw you guys get third here last year, third twice this season. You know, how would it feel to be back there?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, playing in Europe, obviously, it's amazing. You get to meet so many different fans. You know, I meet a lot of people from the UK who come out to support, and it's such an amazing feeling. But the third place, I mean, that's been like, that's the ceiling we've hit so far the last 2 years. Third place, third place, third place, third place. So it's like, you know, to get through that barrier is like, once we get through there, which I'm confident we can, it's like, you never know what could happen, but I'm itching for a finals.
I know you are, man, because that's where you perform your best at. And, you know, when it comes to you and a squad, talk to me a little bit about the preparation. Have you guys been working on those hard points to, you know, close out some of those series that you guys couldn't the last few lands?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we brought in Abe going into Major 4, and we didn't really have much practice. And then, you know, kind of from there, you go straight into Champs. So it's been like, you know, we've been working very hard, a lot of stressful days. Yeah. But I'm very confident that, yeah, our hard points are going to be top-notch, but I'm confident we're going to come out and just blow everyone out.
Hey, I know you guys are a really confident team, and a lot of fans are confident in you guys as well. Best of luck to you, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Insight looks like a puppy next door. Let's talk to Aroma, though, who's on the line. Aroma, your boys are all smiley. They seem calm, collected. How are you feeling as day one opens up here at EWC?
I'm doing amazing. Honestly, the hospitality at EWC is crazy, and I just can't wait for them to watch them first series of the day just slam Ravens. I cannot wait.
Now, right behind you, there's a bunch of empty seats. I have a feeling that is going to change between now and Sunday.
Oh,
what is the excitement been in the venue, though? I saw you setting up like 3 hours ago.
I mean, yeah, all the guys are excited. I'm excited, especially having an in-person watch party in Paris. Like this city, this place, everything about it is just wonderful, and I'm so grateful to be here, honestly.
Now, Aroma, from our side of things over in the COD scene, we know how much you love your team and the guys, maybe a little delusional at times. Tell us about what the scrims have been like leading up to this and how confident you are actually feeling in the Koi squad in EWC this weekend.
I mean, I've said it, I've been saying it for weeks, ever since Champs. I feel like at Major 4, you saw a version of them that could have been great. Unfortunately, everything happened against FaZe and whatever else. But then I feel like the ceiling's so high with these guys, but I also feel like they've got a pretty low floor if things don't go their way. So if they're able to just maintain a decent level or even get up to their ceiling, they can make a deep run at this tournament. But I just hope we don't see what we saw at Champs, which was the other side. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
No, they certainly could show a high ceiling. And as you've said, they've shown a little bit of a low floor in recent events. But my friend, you're talking all over the minute. It's all about excitement and what they could do. But for you, are there any teams that they really want to face out here, whether that be one that made a certain aftershave for you or another rival out there on the stage?
I mean, yeah, I think the obvious one is Heretics. I think they really want to get the get back on FaZe, especially because they beat them in Major 3 and then Major 4, everything happened. But yeah, I'd probably say, and obviously the Optic one, I think getting a first win over Optic for the entire year would be great. But we'll have to wait and see how everything matches up with bracket play if we get there.
Aroma, our stage managers have confidence. They will be ready to kick things off in 2 minutes. So we got to make this quick. You're playing against Carolina. What is the final score at the end of this match?
It's a 3-0, not even close. Okay, come on now. You knew exactly what I was going to say as well. Like, you knew it.
I didn't want to disagree with the man. You can in chat, or you can go over to his chat. Aroma, where are you live?
Live over on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all the above. Just put Aroma in there. I'll be there.
You can smell him. Go find him. We'll see you in a bit.
Have a good time, guys.
That is Aroma representing Koi. On the other side of this fight, though, we got to talk about Carolina, a squad that Allie wanted to claim, but they weren't good enough, so she chose the Gentlemates. Carolina, though, has had some good moments, and they started when they brought on Exceed, a 6-0 run online. Then reality kind of set in. They've had some strong pieces, though, and with Lurks kind of retooling his SMG play over the year, you think he's maybe playing his best. You've now added in Nox and Trakes. This is a lot of energy on one roster.
A lot of energy, a lot of young guns, I think is going to be the biggest focus here. If you look at this lineup, we know what Lurks is capable of. We've seen him almost all season long on this roster. For me, he was kind of my rookie of the year just because of the situation, the performances he was able to put up.
Okay.
But I think another huge story is that they get to pick up Trakes, right? He was also a front runner in our rookie of the year during our regular season. So this team's going to have a lot of firepower, a lot of aggression. I think the biggest thing you're worried about in this one is some chemistry and some practice compared to some of the pro teams.
No, I fully agree. I think you've absolutely called it spot on. You're looking for Trakes to bring a bit of extra firepower, a bit of extra pace in that team. He's also quite selfless. He'll pick up the bomb, run the device. He'll do things like that to free up the rest of the side. But it is on those young guns. Dynamic duo the SMG have got to bring, especially in this first series, to really give them a chance in the respawns.
Over on esportsworldcup.com, 85% of you chose Koi. 15% of you had faith in Carolina. One-word answers. Where are you going?
Toronto. Koi all day.
Koi all day.
Carolina causes the first upset of the tournament, and it happens here in the group stages. It's EWC Day 1.
say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not in Call of Duty. Champs is barely in the rearview mirror, but the competition now rolls on into Paris for the final trophy of the season.
But what is beautiful, Ian, is that nobody cares here about what you've done 3 weeks ago. Every team arrives on equal footing with the same goals, finish on top. Parce qu'en France, on dit aux fashion de se mettre sur le trottoir, c'est qu'il y a bien une raison. Il n'y a qu'une seule place pour les vainqueurs.
Champions and challengers from every single corner of the globe are here with very different resumes, but they all have one thing in common. They want to get their hands on this.
Not to mention the $1.8 million prize pool and the points as our club championship run is still going after 5 weeks. $1,800,000 de cash prize. On peut dire que Call of Duty à l'EWC, ça c'est accueillir.
Paris, how we doing? This is going to be epic because we've got all of the teams you'd expect to be here. We've got the defending EWC champions. We've of course got the world champions and a certain home crowd favorite.
Yeah, a certain home crowd's favorite. Les fans gentlemen, vous pouvez faire du bruit s'il vous plaît? That's what I'm talking about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at the Esports World Cup. The table is set. There's one thing left to do. Lou, let's welcome our
I got
team.
distracted. Time to welcome our teams.
Let's do it.
Starting with our underdogs, the Pit. The final team through the last chance qualifier. Nobody had to fight more than them to get here.
Vancouver Surge. Different faces, same patch. 1 year after this organization reached the EWC final, a new chapter begins in Paris.
Next up, Project Notorious. They're Birmingham Open champions, Challengers Finals runners-up. Ils attendaient leur heure en silence pour affronter les meilleurs. Now they're kicking it down in Paris.
Team War. When the pressure went up, they stepped up. They found form exactly when it mattered and are rewarded with the biggest opportunity of their season.
Next up is man. No invitations, no shortcuts. They are the Challengers Finals champions, princes of the Tier 2. They are real threats coming into Paris. Et on les entend se faire bouer parce que ce seront les premiers adversaires des favoris du public ici à Paris.
Up next is Movistar Koi. The crowd here is pretty brutal. These guys had a podium finish here 1 year ago. A tougher road this season, but with a veteran duo on board, experience is never in short supply, and neither is belief.
You know their names. I don't even have to introduce them. It is FaZe Clan. They are your reigning CDR World Champions, yet they are getting booed as well here in Paris. They are the team setting the standards, the one everyone wants to be.
Up next, it's 100 Thieves. A team built to win championships, packed with superstar talent. Major 3 proved what they're capable of. Paris is another chance to bring the smoke on one of the biggest stages of the year.
Et c'est l'heure de ramener la coupe à la maison pour une équipe que vous connaissez très bien. Gentlemen! Paris has been waiting for this moment with their Major 1 champions. They're looking for another glory at home. Now, stepping onto the stage in the city that backs them no matter what.
Yeah, it just got loud in here. Up next, Team Falcons!
changed everything. A breakout run at Champs turned heads across the world. Now, they arrive in Paris ready to prove that wasn't lightning in a bottle.
Next up, G2 Esports. They hit resets at exactly the right time. Late season change gave this team fresh confidence. And now they arrive in Paris, believing their best version is about to come.
Team Heretics. One flag, one language, one identity. The only all-Spanish team in the tournament, carrying the hopes of an entire community onto this stage.
Number 13, carrying maybe good luck on their back. It is Cloud9. They have been one of the biggest names in esports. Clean slate, fresh faces, and a chance to leave a difficult season behind for them.
Carolina Royal Ravens. Young talent, fresh energy, a new chapter begins in Paris with another opportunity to show this team belongs among the elite.
Boston Breach. The regular season is behind them. A new tournament begins here in Paris. It only takes one run, one chance, 1 week here to turn doubters into believers.
Now Paris, make some noise for your EWC title defenders. Optic Gaming! The Green Wall is back, defending Esports World Cup champions, one of the most iconic organizations in Call of Duty history, arriving in Paris with another title in their sights. The stakes are set, the teams are here. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at the Esports World Cup begins now. Bienvenue à Paris!
At the Esports World Cup, the flames of victory burn brightly as champions are crowned.
Optic have found it! It's done! I don't believe it!
But that fire only lasts for a year.
Optic Gaming winning back-to-back EWC would definitely mean a lot to us. I think this team is super confident and we're ready to go.
But you don't got the gunny like Dashy. Going for the Eagle Chow, lines up all three.
Rivalries grow bright red, waiting for their chance to be set ablaze. Some for a second time.
Draza, the whole squad! FaZe! They've done it!
Winning EWC in 2024, I think, was unique just because it was just so brand new that it felt like a world championship in itself. To the players in Optic, I feel like this is going to be another finals matchup, so hopefully y'all come prepared this time.
The timing on this one, Mamba! Gotta finish the kill! Big Boss wants to find the kills. Record! Water kill!
And others have felt the warmth of the flame, only to burn out just a moment too soon.
Being on the losing end of it, I feel like it gave me a lot of grit. I think my game just stepped up to a whole nother level this year. My team is the best team at this event, and we're ready to just show up.
Ashanti, the man on a mission that makes it impossible. He's fake.
With the competition raging wildly this year, whose fire will rise to the top? Welcome to Black Ops 7 at the Esports World Cup.
Has now begun. Our teams have made their way to the stage. What an intro and what a fantastic tournament we had ahead of ourselves. My name is Miles Ross and I'm joined by my partner in crime for quite some time now, John.
Partner in innocence at this tournament. We're going to be on our best behavior. We're going to be high key, having a great time to cast some Call of Duty.
Unconvicted felons here having a good time with Ravens. Ravens feeling very happy to be here. They weren't at the last Call of Duty Tournament of the Year champs. They did not qualify, but that did give them ample time to spend in the lab.
Yes, Miles, they are downright jovial, these four gentlemen. They got a new roster. A couple new players in the mix. Trakes, we get to see him back here on the main stage playing against some pros. Going to be a good time. And I think Nox, a very interesting fourth to round this team out. Carolina, we get to see how far this block can fly.
Well, we were best blessed with a last-minute chance to talk to those players before they made their way to the walkout. And Nox's comms might not speak the best English, but he speaks fluent Call of Duty. And frankly, that's all you need.
That's a terrifying language to speak. It's not going to get you far in life, but it will get you far in game, and it cracks me up. This is what we did. This is our export. I feel like the Call of Duty world influence. It's not the best.
He can't order dinner or a coffee, but he could definitely get you a round win or two here at EWC. Movie Star Koi, though, no stranger to this stage, no stranger to the high pressure. What a squad they have been throughout the year. High stakes, and I think as far as I'm concerned, Charles, they're an upper echelon squad here in the COD world.
High expectations.
Yeah.
I think, last year they had an extremely good placing. It was Abe's first tournament. We really got to see him play. And, listen, they're trying to bounce back. Didn't have the most exciting thing, but I think with the group that they have, you got Group A, Group B, they're going to be Group A for this matchup. I think they might end up walking away with maybe a top two in the mix through the group stages. Of course, they have to start things off right in Carolina. Should be a formidable force.
A squad that you can never count out, the Carolina Royal Ravens, a long storied team here, especially in the CDO world. For the Ravens, it does look like we will be getting something set there on stage as the boys are almost hot to trot. What a setup here, what a stage we've got at EWC 26 here in Paris. It has been a lot of fun. The SDC Arena, bumping all week long. Overwatch here before us. I wonder who sat in this very seat. I think it was Mr. X. That means you had Mitch.
Our pals. Have Mitch. Mitch sounds great.
Our pals.
Better news.
But it's all Call of Duty here from the foreseeable future, folks. A 5-day tournament, a marathon here in the COD world. 4 is the most we normally do, but with this extra added group stage, we are certainly going to have our way. And our players will as well. Well, a wonderful time ahead of us. Kleenex, the man of the moment for me, the man at the closest to you on your screen there, Tobias Jol Jonsson, the Great Dane here in the COD world. And there are maps and modes, Den Raid, Gridlock, Hacienda, Gridlock. Chance, any wild picks there?
No wild picks, but certainly a map set that you're going to have Koi being excited to see. I think ever since Gridlock got thrown to the mix for the team, they've picked it every given opportunity. They look incredible on it, especially in S&D, I'd say, but hard point on a rotation heavy map. Going to be a team that is very much dialed in, very much on point with the fundamentals. And of course, they're going to force you to play extremely good Call of Duty. Not going to be any robberies here.
You never know.
The best I got for a Pink Panther.
Pink Panther, that was fantastic. That was great work for the folks watching at home. Kleenex, so what a play he's been. Some highlight moments in this season alone. More highlights across his career than we care to count. We'll see if the EWC 26 can treat him well. What a year it would be to close out for Koi. Close but no cigar in many opportunities. Chance unable to break that top 2.
I'm an extremely big Kleenex fan.
Yep.
So I have counted them. 78 highlight plays over the years. 78 he's got.
That is a brilliant work out of you.
Not bad.
Not an easy max stat. That's a Chance original. Jamie Craven, Insight, that man there, representing Great Britain here for Movie Star Koi. A fantastic stalwart of the team and one of the longest running players alongside Kleenex there in the organization, in COD in general.
And of course, on the flip side of the stage, a young man and player lurks. So you very much have sort of old gen versus new gen stylized Call of Duty coming through. Always going to be fun to watch. And of course, well, not just the new gen and guys like Lurks, Nox right there in the mix. So Carolina, quite a few fresh faces. Really important opportunity to prove yourselves, because talk about that old gen style. You got guys like Kleenex and Insight. They've been a duo for a long time, and they've also been consistently top 4 since their introduction to the CDL.
But we talk about a head-to-head, though. We're going back to the rookie classes here. 3rd place for Kips. Again, unable to crack that top 3 for Kips or Movie Star Koi or even Toronto Koi throughout the entire year. Lurks, that top 10. What a glaring hole in his resume that is for otherwise a very impressive individual player.
And both of these individual players, I think, were very interesting possible picks for Rookie of the Year. Niem ends up collecting that reward, but a lot of players are, a lot of people out there, a lot of fans certainly looking at Kips and say he had an opportunity to take it. And Lurks was in that sleeper mode where if you're just looking at his stats or you're just looking about his individual POV, you can make the case he might be the most skilled rookie that we have. Just needs the placements to back it up. Well, no better place to do it than here at EWC. $1.8 million prize pool you were working at. These players, they're going to be feasting.
And again, when it comes to the nature of a tournament, we talk about champs being the sort of the legacy maker for many of our players. But this event is a whole different beast. I mean, that is a life-changing sum of money. That sets you up in a wonderful way for the season to come. There is a lot of eyes on an event like this, and again, prospective talent going into that MW4 year. Eyes are on. And the Ravens fans are out in force. A vintage London shirt seen in the crowd. He's actually very close to us here. What a wonderful thing to see here in Paris.
And a wild Rancor out and about. Don't cancel me just yet. We're going to be having a good time here. Once we get the lights away from our eyes and locked in, ready to go, these players, you can already see Exceed bouncing with just a little bit of energy. And Exceed's sort of that mystery player. We talked about sort of like old school versus the new school coming in the mix. Exceed can almost cross that sort of line. A recent introduction now in the CDL. He's had his taste of the bright lights a few years past, but I think he's sort of settling in towards like a veteran form. Fantastic in interviews, great communication on the team, and I think Exceed really a player you look at bringing sort of that like extra value to a squad that exists beyond the stats page.
Well, we talk about extra value here. I mean, at EWC, we get to do things a little differently outside the normal realm of COD, and that is coaches on stage, friends. That is Brian Saint, the coach there for the Ravens. He'll be on stage. Of course, Flux on the other side there for Koi. Calm voices that might not get that involved in the gameplay just because the guys haven't practiced with them at all coming into this moment.
Well, interesting dynamic. If you have a guy like Knox, English being the second language, maybe Brian Saint has the opportunity to sort of make up in the comms department on that end, pay a little bit more attention to his screen and the hard points. Or maybe not, as you say. If he speaks the language of Call of Duty, maybe you want the players to back off. Every single team is going to have a sort of individual dynamic. And certainly with some of the coaches that we have, Flux has been around for a long time. He is a Call of Duty career. He has played at champs in years past. And a ton of coaches, your Placers of the world, your Karmas of the world, if they want to sit in game and just ramp up comms and tell a player, hey, lock in, you don't have to comm at all, I got you. You can strategize however you want. This is sort of open season here at EWC.
We're learning here together, folks. I think the interesting idea for Knox, English not being his first language, that Saint can stand behind him and sort of just give you the one-shot lights. Because it has to be surface level. It can't be, I know the play. He's not reading his mind. He's not able to say, yeah, I'm about to wrap through a hold my lobby. No, you can't call the play in that regard, but as a surface level you can definitely impart information that maybe he missed or maybe he didn't get out. So yeah, an extra set of lips might just help get the job done.
Yeah, and with every team having their own strategy, it'd be a fun thing to listen to for the listen-ins when we're able to get there. Miles, we were able to actually catch up with Exceed just a bit backstage, and what he said for his team, what Brian Saint's going to be doing in the comms department, really just keeping track of names. You almost be correcting your players. If you hear a miscomm, the coach should be there behind you to go real quick. No, you're actually looking for Kleenex on the pinch. We've tracked him. No, we're missing this guy. And really just making sure you can keep your team locked in. So the expectation, the coaches are on point. The teams have a good dynamic with them. Fewer mistakes should be taking place here at this event.
Theoretically, yes. A very, very exciting prospect for our players and our fans here at EWC 26. And we are nearly done, folks, resolving this issue on stage, getting the boys ready to go. Everyone seems hot to trot, warm. We went straight from player intros immediately to the stage. Something I actually quite appreciated there in the COD world. We might have gone back and forth a little bit in the past, but this has been a far more lubricated process getting ourselves in the game.
Yeah, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's always fun to pay attention to all the different player setups, how high the monitors are going to be, how far they're sitting away from it. I don't know if those monitors are capable of tilting on an axis. Not that you would ever want them to. However, we do have players, Saud, that for whatever reason likes to play Call of Duty at a Dutch angle, so it'd be fun to see if he's going to be able to force the monitor to do it or how he's going to organize that. But we'll have to wait for the Falcons to play before we see how Xnid breaks his neck.
We'll see them play a little bit later on, but yeah, he does play at an incredible angle. I know his teammates have given him a bit of flack for that, but everyone's setup is their own setup. You have to get comfortable, whether you're in these nice chairs or your desk height, whatever you need to do at home to get yourself right. Please do. Drake's Chance, there's a player to talk about on screen, having a little chuckle to himself there, hailing from Argentina, representing the Carolina Royal Ravens now. What a last-minute addition to the squad he was. An incredible individual for the Miami Heretics all year long.
Was also a player that was sort of in that contention for Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Certainly showed off, especially in the first half of the year, sort of that top-notch talent. The team, well, Heretics had sort of different ideas about him, puts a bit of a question mark in the back of your mind, and if you saw that recent content Butch was going to put out, Trakes, question mark, I'd say, coming to this event. Really wants to prove himself here. Final event of the year before going into the offseason. It will be our last longing memory we have of these players. So I think Trakes, probably the player in this lobby you could say has the most pressure on him to perform.
I think so, and I think the way he plays as well is going to fit into a bit of a more ragtag, aggressive team like the Ravens should be coming into this matchup. Search and Destroy, he was an absolute bulldog. Really bullish gameplay. Very, very high kill games on the reg. And an impressive addition to the squad. Again, as long as comms can sort of, get in there, because English also not his first language. English still perfectly adequate, given our time with him. I'm interested to see how he fits.
Well, Bulldog is taken.
Technically, yes.
You got to find either an Argentinian K9 or just go straight Spanish. And you can't say Chihuahua because that's disrespectful to the gameplay.
Downright offensive.
So what do you got, Big Man?
I think we call him El Toro, the bull.
That's not bad for
I know
S&D,
that's
honestly.
not. No, I think that does describe his gameplay. I mean, that is
playmaker.
Head first, absolutely sends it, gets the job done time and time again. Again, high kill games. That was the name of it for him for the Heretics for the really, really long time. Alongside a fantastic super, he was running that snipe for a long minute. But for now, a little change, a blip on the resume possibly for him in the long run for his career. When he gets to look back and go, oh, that's right, I was on the Ravens for an event. Who knows what happens after this? Gosh, you never know. Well, enough waffling from us. Chance and I will take a quick break as we get the match ready to roll. Lou has some fans she's going to be chatting to.
Yeah, it's now time for me to waffle. Thank you very much, guys. I am here with the best Call of Duty fans in the world, of course, les fans gentlemates. As you've seen, we have a little tech issue so far on stage. So I'm going to ask you, boys, we've heard you booing everyone, literally entering that stage. Vous allez bouer tout le monde? C'est comment? Il y en a certaines que vous appréciez plus que d'autres? Expliquez-nous ça.
Il y a deux équipes principalement, ça va être Koi et Optic.
Koi et Optic?
Et FaZe.
So we're gonna boo especially Koi, Optic and FaZe. Can you tell me why? Pourquoi?
Parce que Koi, il y a Insight, Fade, il y a Draza. Et Optic, c'est parce que c'est Optic.
Okay, so why Optic? Because it's Optic. FaZe because there's Draza. And for Koi because there is Insight, right? Moi, j'ai envie de te demander, du coup, de l'autre côté, on est un petit peu en love watch de certaines équipes. Il y a quand même certaines équipes qu'on apprécie peut-être. Pourquoi? Are there certain teams that you like and why?
Certaines de mon côté, moi, ouais. Envoy, toujours dans notre cœur, notre ancien capi. Et Linz aussi, parce que bon, l'année dernière, il nous aura quand même bien aidé, même si, bon, on est oublié cette année-là.
Tu connais, on passe à autre chose.
Ouais, exactement. Maintenant, aujourd'hui, la radieuse.
Exactement. So yeah, we're going to be supporting, of course, our ex-players. I think you have one on the pitch, right, linked, of course. And is there maybe one player that you're supporting in your team, Gentlemates? Because I'm discovering Call of Duty, right? Moi, je découvre Call of. Donc, s'il y avait un joueur de votre équipe que je dois suivre, c'est qui votre superstar?
Ah bah ça va être Jeu Décive, hein. C'est notre chouchou à tous. Ouais.
Il est arrivé récemment, c'est ça?
Très récemment, ouais, c'était il y a 2 mois. Ouais, il y a 2 mois à peu près. Donc, voilà.
Already your superstar, so you're gonna have to follow Joe Deceives. He joined us 2 months ago and he's already the superstar. Moi, j'ai envie de vous poser une dernière question. Who is meeting you in the finals? Because I know you're gonna say you're gonna win the whole tournament, évidemment. But who's meeting you in the finals, boys, according to you?
On va retrouver Optic, on va se venger.
Optic, getting revenge against Optic. Pour toi, mon frère?
Moi, ça va être Optic aussi, ils sont trop forts.
No originality. Optic again. Guys, come on. Like, I've been told that Optic is the best team in the world and stuff. FaZe, what about FaZe? They won champs.
Oh, on les aime pas, c'est tout.
We don't like them. We don't like them, that's all. Pour toi, qui vous rejoint en finale?
FaZe.
FaZe, we could meet FaZe in the finals. Et pour vous, les frères?
Je pense que ce sera Optic pour savoir qui gagnera le duel de la saison.
Optic to know who are going to be the kings of the season, and last but not least, et pour toi, vous rejoignez qui en finale?
Ça sera Optic.
Optic, guys, I'm actually curious to see what Optic are going to look like on stage, but for now, let's hopefully get back in the game in a few minutes. Back to our lovely casters. See you.
Oh, Lou, that was fantastic. Great fun. She's new to COD. She's going to love this week. Really. between our players and our fans, it is going to be wonderful.
If we ever on player interviews, we got to give her a few warnings.
Yep. A couple of warnings, heads up.
There's a reason the French fan's not a fan of Draza, you know?
That's true.
Same thing with Insight. There's a little bit of history here.
A little bit of history, and I don't think she has to worry too much about translating, because those boys, they've done the research. Let's face it, folks. Almost ready to get back into game to kick off EWC 26 here for Black Ops 7. And Nox taking his headset off. Not a great sign. Come on, mate. Lock in. Let's do this. But the crowd's starting to fill out here on a wonderful Wednesday.
Do you have any Fort Knox jokes locked and loaded, or is this a foreign concept to the Englishmen over there?
No, I'm aware of Fort Knox. You know, we'll talk about how impregnable it is. We'll talk about how the value inside it, whether or not that can come out in game or not. That's about as far as I'm getting.
This is a little conspiratorial, but whether or not there's actually gold beneath those bars.
Who knows? It could just be it could be respirators. It could be anything right now. You never know what lies beneath or lies inside the vaults of the United States. But we'll worry about that a bit later. Kleenex, something bringing him much joy. I want to go back to talking about Exceed, though. That fella right there. Yeah, he's got a couple of really fun nicknames in the scene. But for now, he is truly the vet on that squad. He is the veteran, the longest-standing member of that Ravens roster. And he had a fantastic year. He was a great sniper, a really prolific sniper. So much so, he put that thing away after the major auto-aim change. That's something we do here in Call of Duty. We patch the game quite regularly. Oh, aim assist, not auto-aim, sorry. Aim
Everyone
assist.
says auto-aim.
AA.
Call of Duty is so easy. It's auto. No, it only helps you out a little bit and not on the snipers.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't indeed. Almost ready to go. Well, another man who knows what's ready to go is none other than our pal, I Hold Shift. What's going on, Alan?
Yeah, I thought we'd give you guys a little bit of a break here as we are waiting for this first match to get things kicked off. And yeah, I mean, this is an interesting opening match. It sets expectations, I think, for the group overall. Koi, not the greatest of finishes to the year based on how the year had started, but it comes by way of obviously the roster move, Allie. So kind of where are your expectations for Koi, like for the tournament as a whole?
I think for the tournament as a whole, I mean, we talk about Koi as a team that's kind of the gatekeepers of the top four. So like we can always expect them to make a Sunday or make a good run, deep run into our tournament, mainly because of the core two of Kleenex and Insight. They've been together for so long. The biggest problem right now is that they made a roster change near the end of the season, adding in Abe and losing Joe, and that lost them some of their firepower and their team chemistry. Now the good news is this is group play. We're going to have a lot of amateurs in the mix, so they're going to have the edge regardless when it comes to that team chemistry, when it comes to the practice heading into this tournament, Enigma.
Yeah, and we're going to get a look at Group A ahead of the kickoff today. Of course, FaZe Clan in the pit, that's going to start things off. I think we're all leaning a certain direction on that one, but again, we'd love to see a sort of breakout story from some of the players individually. Moverstar Koi against Carolina Royal Ravens, that's going to start for our first match today. Honestly, this is, for me, the closest game of the day. I think this is where we're hoping for our line share event team. And a lot of our...
Spicy.
Okay, all right, maybe that's a hot take, I don't know. But I think this is going to do a lot of the research for us going into the tournament about the developments they've made since we last saw them.
Well, so going off of that, I think maybe the most interesting one is going to be Gentlemates and Omid. I don't know if you would agree with me on that one, Alan. I know you have a lot more information on the Omid side of things. If you could maybe educate us a little bit on what makes that series a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, you've got your two top performers from Challengers, period, and DK and Ethan that are going to absolutely try to run Paris down, right? I mean, we saw that happen throughout not just the Challengers finals in the first three maps. Their tempo they set was undeniable, but we've also seen them find success when they played in the Pro-Am earlier this year.
No, you're absolutely right. I think that Pro-Am's a good thing to lean on. I know that coming into this year, and you were alongside me on this, obviously we do some work down in Challengers, and DK and Ethan, we were kind of like, these guys are the real deal, and these guys legit, and then they come into that Pro-Am, lit everything up, and of course since then they've gone from strength to strength. They've got Densman behind them there. He's a veteran of the space, one of the most winningest Challengers players ever. An aspect it's for a long time been a case of, can he get over the line? Will he get the opportunity? Here's a wonderful place for all of those storylines to come together and really start to see fruition.
And maybe one of the only open teams that have had a lot of practice and stuck together for a majority of this season. So again, one of those ones where they're going up against Paris Gentlemates who sometimes their floor can be pretty low if you catch them off early. So that one should be a long banger.
Okay, so let's just put you guys on the proverbial hot stool here. Not really, I guess it's a little hot seat.
It's a stool.
I think we're all expecting FaZe to get out of this group. No problems.
Yeah.
Seems pretty simple. Who are the other three teams you have getting out of Group A, though? Because I think there's obviously some wiggle room with the Gentlemates possibly shaking up the bracket. Where are you guys looking? Who do you have coming out of the group?
I mean, I think I'm going to start, obviously, Gentlemates, expecting them to march on through this.
Bias.
I mean, little bit, teensy bit. trying my best to not be up here, but it's very difficult. I do expect them to march on out. After that, I think it can be quite close between some of these sides because, again, a lot of these first matchups, we're getting looks at new rosters. So I lean towards, I guess, Koi, but then after that, I might pass that one to you, Ali, my bad.
Well, when you think about it, you know, whenever we do group play, we kind of think of like, where's the group of death? This might be our group of death. Just the way that we're talking about it, you know, my easy answer has to be Gentlemates. I do believe in the Koi one. It would be fun if Omen makes it out, though. I can't lie.
I mean, last year we had, 2-3 challengers teams make it out of groups? I think 2 challenger teams make it out of groups. I've got to admit getting out of this group. I just think based on how they play the game, I think they could surprise someone like a G2. They could surprise someone like a Koi if they find them in the lower bracket. If not, possibly getting past the Gentlemates early and putting themselves in a good position. So, Andy, what do you think?
I would absolutely love to see it. I mean, we talk so often about the talent that is in challenges, the depth that is there, and I know that conversation's been back and forth for years now, but we are seeing every time a new challenger player steps up and steps onto that stage, they are taking new levels into this league. The bar is forever being raised. I'm telling you, DK and Ethan, you have got 2 of the best to come through. The class of rookies this year is absolutely stunning. If they show a couple of things here, if you guys aren't looking to sign them, you're doing it wrong.
And to catch you up a little bit on what our regular season kind of looked like, it was a lot of these younger players coming in and just being so confident and making these huge changes to some of our lower rosters. And I mean, even thinking about Falcons themselves, adding in Oluka right before we went into our champs, and he played incredible against some of those pro players. So I think that's a big turning point as well for COD in general, is that we're getting a lot of younger guns that are now being plugged into these teams and able to just fry right off the bat. And heaven forbid there's a whole challengers team of them.
I mean, heaven forbid that Ethan was doing kickflips off the sidewall of Rocket League arenas not more than 4 months ago. Let's take a look over at Group B, though, to kind of do the same evaluation process here while we're waiting for our opening game to get things kicked off. Again, we're having 6 matches today. It'll encompass all of Group A and the first couple of matches in Group B. Optic playing Team War. Feels like that one's a little bit more self-explanatory, although I wouldn't sleep on Team War. They looked really, really good with Flames kind of riding the helm of a couple of rookies. Who else do you like? I mean, Ali, is your matchup of this opening matches here in Group B?
This is tough because you got a couple of big hitters in here, and 100 Thieves and Optic Gaming. I think those are easy W's. Think about Falcons. They make it all the way to a Sunday and champs, so maybe leading up to that you weren't as confident in them. As far as the open bracket teams, I think I'm hoping Project Notorious comes out and does something special.
Spicy.
Maybe that's a spicy hot call, but I think some of these matchups are just not leaning the way of some of our pool groups.
I like the Notorious call. The one thing that I think stands against them is that they've had to make a last-second change. Rabin's being pulled out of that team, Cammy going in.
True.
Definitely not a like-for-like change. That will change up considerably their strategies. And you will see, of course, a change in S&D because Beans on that sniper has been phenomenal all year long down there in Challengers. I think that the War roster, though, you talked about it, is a little bit of a good look at this side through the year. Optic Gaming's a tough one to walk out the gate and deal with, sure, but they are peaking at the right time. All these 4 players almost passed over parts through the rest of the season in Challenges itself. Now have all come together and really lit things up. Vic in particular, the growth that man has been on this year, terrifying.
It's just one of those things like we see with teams like Amit and teams like Team War. I think they're very similar in identity, where you're relying on a veteran to kind of lead the helm, maybe give a lot of the calls, and then you throw in the spice of 18, 19, 20-year-old young guns that are completely cracked out, and you allow them to just run and slay. This team moves with some pace, though, I'll tell you that. Sometimes they can get a little bit caught behind. I like to kind of talk about them like if they're in the leader's advantage, watch out, they're going to run at you. But if they're behind, they sometimes have a hard time coming back into games.
And that's what the kind of problem that can come when you are younger guns, you know, in this sort of situation. I will say when it comes to Team War, at least in the past couple of years, their coaching staff is incredible. So I think coming into an event like this, especially with having coaches on headsets, that could be a huge difference maker for a team like that.
I like that call. I like that call a lot. That's something that is a brand new factor in terms of how we played through the regular season. I want to go to one matchup in particular, though, that I think could possibly give us a Mat 5 banger. Vancouver playing up against Heretics.
Okay.
How often do we see Heretics show up and either look like the best team in the game or the worst team in the game? And Surge, I will say, even though they didn't make it to the playoffs for CDL champs, they still looked good after they made their roster moves at the very last couple of weeks of the regular season.
I think the only thing you're worried about with that one is the pace that Miami can play at sometimes. So if the Heretics come out and just start running at you, they can set pace really early. And that would give a lot of our top teams, even teams like Optic Gaming, a hard time. So I'm leaning Heretics in that one, but I don't hate the shout.
No, I agree. It's a difficult one because Vancouver Surge, there are players on that roster that are capable of stepping out on a stage like this, of course, leaning on that experience and very much so dealing damage to your side like the Heretics. But I don't know, I look at this Heretics team and I see Rancor and Super, and I just think there's no way we should be talking about you at anything on where you are as a talent right now, as a team and the quality that they possess. So for me, Super and Rancor look very comfortable in that series. But if Surge were to start to pull a couple of maps away inside the series, I think we all start to raise our eyebrows here inside of Paris.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things with this Heretics team. It kind of feels like the same story we told last year. It's like, which team are we going to get? The team that's going to finish top 3 or a team that's going to finish bottom 3?
That part.
Yeah, tough scenes. Let's kind of we did it for Group A, let's do it for Group B. Who do you guys got getting out of this group? I think we're all very comfortable with our Optic pick, but where else are you looking, Al?
Optic, Thieves. Who else? We were just looking at it too. Help me out here.
Optic, Thieves, Heretics, and I'm not sure. I would
the fourth one's a toss-up.
I would love to kind of be like Notorious, get through it. I would love to see something like that. So I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to put it into the ether and hope for the very best. Just try and get some representation for challengers on through the playoffs.
Do we think that Aluka can have back-to-back bombs on main stage to get the Falcons into a surprise position?
Oh, yeah. I think he comes out frying. I think that team, especially just coming off of how we finished champs, their confidence has to be on a 10. And also, you have Sellingham on that roster. I mean, we know what he does, especially towards the end of the season. The fact that none of us even said Falcons making out of the group is kind of funny because they might honestly be a shoo-in.
I absolutely love the call here about Aluka because I think that, you know, you go through that honeymoon period, he's coming out, he's world-starring people, and it's a case of, okay, we knew he could do that. We already knew he had the technical skill. That's why everybody suddenly spotted him at the start of this year. The big thing was, could he turn it into mature decision-making, playing into a team plan? He's now had time to practice around some incredibly talented players, world champions. So if he has leveled up in Evo Gear, what could the Falcons do in this tournament? That being said, if the honeymoon period was all it was, they could fall a little flat here in the group stage.
I was so happy you said that because as you kept going, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, Aluka's got so much more time to practice with this team now because he was plugged in really last second until we head into our final LAN. And thinking about it, it's like maybe that makes them worse. Maybe it makes them better. That's something we're going to find out.
Absolutely, we will. I will say the one thing to watch out for the Falcons, can they set themselves up and actually hold a hard point? They were having a really tough time with their setups. They were scrappy, but they weren't dominating the way that they should have been against those top teams. Now that we've gotten kind of our predictions through the groups, we have to hit the whale in the room here. Who do you have winning the whole thing?
No way we're doing this right now.
We're doing this right now.
I guess you do have to talk.
I fill in for Chris Puckett. I go rogue. That's just the way that this goes. So we're going to put you guys completely on the hot seat. Do you have teams like Optic going back-to-back in EWC championships? Do you think that FaZe can do the same thing that Optic did last year? Or do you look at someone new to try to step in and win an EWC championship?
My heart, of course, goes to the Gentlemates, and neither of you will be surprised by that.
You picked the craziest two to ask that.
But I'm going to throw a different team out there that I think will surprise a lot of people this weekend. Now, this could come off as a really awful take, but I'm going to do it anyway. 100 Thieves situation screams to me of FaZe 2024. I think they've got a redemption shot. I've got to interview Scrap earlier on this week, and he was very confident. Of course, we're not expecting anything else, but it was a self-admittal. We didn't put enough work in to prepare for this. We were overconfident, overeager, a little bit too cocky, too big for our boots. We're fixing that coming into this.
Fans, no surprise. Pick Optic. Gentlemates in second. Probably no surprise there. Thieves at 6%, though. Where are you leaning towards, Al?
I do love that Thieves shout. Outside of, the Gentlemates answer, I think you lean Optic or FaZe. Just the way that we started closing out the year, they look unbelievable heading into this. Outside of that one, I also do want to lean Thieves. I think that's a really good story. I think Hydra in general being on this team and being in front of this crowd is going to be a huge story. I think we just have a lot of contenders. As far as top teams heading into this, there is a lot of places that looked really good.
Anything can happen, and finally, we're ready to go on the main stage. You saw Chris Puckett coming by with his Movistar Koi sign. He's rocking Koi. Let's see what the casters think as we head to map number 1, Carolina and Movistar Koi.
Thank you so much, squad. It was Puckett, wasn't it? I recognize those hands. Love the shout for 100 Thieves. This is a very capable team, and they've got lots to prove. Let's face it, mate, after the double first round of defended champs.
Yes. As a team, they absolutely do. And of course, if you're looking at some of the individuals, what we're expecting them to prove, have to do it at champs next year. So a lot of pressure on that squad for a multitude of reasons. But here we go. Den Hardpoint loading in for these two teams. I think my second favorite map from this year.
Wow.
Big fan of Den.
Scar.
Yeah, I have a better KD on Scar.
I have a better KD on Scar.
That's quite literally the bias between these two maps.
I would actually love to know what my KD's like throughout the year. That's not a question to be answered now. But the now is map number 1, ladies and germs. Here we go. Carolina Royal Ravens Movistar Koi. First map of the tournament. And it's only treating us to a den. Here we go, folks. And let's see if the delay has put a little bit of ice on any of our players.
So far, so good for Abe. This is the man you want to see get off to a hot start. I think he is going to sort of be that linchpin for the team. If Abe is successful, so shall be the Koi.
So far, so good for your boys on Koi. They will be the blue arrows on the minimap. Red will be the Ravens. And of course, this is not what you would usually be seeing if you're a CDL fan. This is skins galore. We're going to be dressed as we like. Weapons included. Rotations on, going towards our P2. And so far, nobody home for 20 seconds. And Koi locking the map down admirably. Right back there from Abe. Make sure that nothing happens on that top left-hand side of the mini-map. That's where we're going to next. Koi in a commanding position.
And of course, while Abe, I think, will be sort of that linchpin of the team, anytime you get a high-impact performance from Insight, if he's got a high KD like this, that means his team is going to body bag you. So he starts off 5-1. That is a 30-point lead and rotation win for Koi. However, you have Carolina Royal Ravens making the impact. 2 kills off the kickoff. They don't quite block the spawns, or at least not permanently. An important gunfight for Kibbs. Can give you 2, but that just means Trakes, he's dealing with the whole squad.
Elmo and Trakes there. Picked up again. Lovely pinch from Movistar Koi. That's going to be their P2 yet again. With 35 seconds remaining in this one, we are going to be soaking away. And so far, the Ravens are being absolutely flayed here on Den. This is not going great for them. Break attempt through the front now. Nox has got to play this one slow and sensibly as he possibly can. Sensible, maybe not. And he's going for the hit. Pistol out. Trades are on. And it is not going great for the Ravens.
11-5 there for Kleenex. He has been teeing off on them. This has so far been Den perfection. And I love the map because if you're making smart plays, if you're playing well, this is how the score is going to look. Sheer Nutter dominance and rotation. Well, it's going to be a fight. Funnily enough, Koi, they're here first. Over the 2 AR players there make the impact. Exceed gives you 2. And finally, Ravens collecting some time.
SP3, all yours, Ravens. Now we see the setup. How well versed are they in this map this late into the season? This group of players, all through Den. Can't Movistar Koi, that right-hand side. Lurks. Hit this timing right, you might be able to catch them all, but no, it's Kips and Abe over to Exceed the mighty pistol. His Jaeger finds 2, and he's a moment away from a Hellstorm. Will not go to him. Trakes, though, on the immediate pickup. Trades complete, and yet again, Ravens hold.
Hey, needed a good hill. So far, so good. 30 seconds left to fight for, and maybe the rotation if they start getting the kills. Lurk's still going to be the first man to fall. Trakes, the longer stay alive in this moment, the better, but as he gets taken care of, Koi, well, they're going to get the break. 15 seconds left on the time, and Koi have the rotation too. It's going to be a 40, maybe even 50-point gap going into this new time, and there's no one for Ravens rotating. We're head smashing right now the old time, and hey, they're going to get that big 3 seconds. Actually, they don't even get that. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, but all that head smashing, no CTE, that's reserved for other maps. Like Blackheart earlier on in the year, you know.
Absolutely.
Great time. What a time it was. Top right-hand side of the minimap. Now we go, folks, and Movistar Koi yet again find themselves first in best dressed. Kleenex on the outside. Catches 1. Back over to window. Nobody home just as of yet. We're going full rooftop. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Kleenex finds himself another. Kips is on a spree. It's a 5. Can we go 6? No need. That's a 3 for the Ravens, and there's the break.
That's good tech. Just triple hit outer. You don't see it very often, but maybe something that just overwhelms the squad. So an important P4 break to be able to get in. A little bit of final skirmish. Lurk's going to be good for 2, and it looks like Ravens, there you go. They have the extra edge. That's a 4-man wipe that get them off the board, and maybe a little bit of stability. P1 and P2 for the Ravens, absolutely brutal. They are, though, indeed, starting to fight back.
Yeah, lovely work from the kills department there for Movistar Koi. Going now into our second set of hard points. We do this all over again now. Back over to the middle. And look at our scores as a sort of testament to how our teams have been playing this so far. Movistar Koi still maintaining the lead, but chance. Second set. So far, looking a little better for the Ravens. Typically, that's where the turns happen. Can they maintain?
Well, this is just P1 perfection. I mean, both go-arounds. Now they're going to be fighting on every single side, and I think Abe in this situation just wants to be playing keep away, and I mean, they're successful. 2 easy kills there for him. Trake's just caught completely unaware, even with Abe getting that first kill. So I think Koi right here on the P1s, I mean, this is as simple and easy as the game is going to get.
All you have to do is worry about what you've got to worry about. Lovely works from Trake, so that was a gorgeous 2-piece there. The M15, an assault rifle there in Black Ops 7. Hold on, folks. The last time you'll be seeing those online for a while.
Keep in mind for Kleenex, he had 11 kills by P2, only 13 for the next 3 hills, but maybe that just means P2 is going to be his playground. Similar situation to the first go-around. It's a 40-point lead, and Koi have the rotation won.
On that rotation for now. Top left-hand side yet again, P2. First go-around, Movistar Koi, all theirs. Inside the inside door, Kips finds a 3. Doesn't quite get better than that, folks. Oh, what a cleanup. Look at the spawns for the Carolina Royal Ravens as far away as possible. This is all time to Movistar Koi. What a push. Here we go, Kleenex. Get right up in there, boys. With the lead, with control. Let's go for Movistar Koi. Listen in.
Lights. I need to closer. It's outer. One's outer. Stay. Outer in front. One's showing outer. One's front. Nice. Outer. Nice. In the back. Okay. I already have no.
He's front time, yeah.
Come for now.
Wants to be a plants maybe, or
nothing plants, okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm in lockers. I'm wrapping.
We're P4 right now.
They want lockers two.
One on Logan. Nice job. Logan.
Plants.
Logan lock box.
Yeah, spawn square. There's one guy.
Yeah, it's definitely spawned out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I have BK, okay?
Yeah, my back corner.
Show you spire, right? What, 2 here?
2 spawn. I need it. Nothing BK jet.
I'm pitching broken.
BK. I'm on bro.
That's it.
Chance, as they do, calm and pretty cool.
And didn't hear a single word from Flux, and I think that is just an indication of the team. Well, it's been practiced all year. Some of the best communication you are going to hear in Call of Duty. Clean, efficient, easy, while Kleenex slowed down in the second half of the first rotations. Well, he's back on his BS. Here's his 5 spree.
19 and 15. 5 spree becomes 6. Hellstorm acquired. We'll see our first streak of EWC 26. Possibly on the way over towards Tree. That's where the foot race is on now. Kip's making the run. It's going to be 1v1 versus Exceed now for the new time. Rotation complete. Nox, he'll get 10 seconds there of scrap time. The rest of the boys now set up. Kips gets in there first, wins the battle. There's your time.
And you have Ravens that, I mean, they just love this outer route. They triple spammed it to make the break on P4. Maybe going to need to take a different approach this time. And Trake's working hard to win the gunfight. Might just be the opening Ravens need.
Oh, what a run. Nox flattens Kips on the attack. Insight got the lobby covered for 1. Pressure now through the rooftops. It's going to be Movistar Koi yet again. Abe and Kleenex, tip of the spear. We drive right on through and you break the spawns. Ravens out to the left-hand side again, out to rooftops. Once again, Movistar Koi in control.
Yeah, key kills, 1 by inside on the back line. Buys his team just enough time to get back in the mix. And any opportunity Ravens had to get back in the game, I think Kleenex might just take it from you. You gotta remember, both the P1s we have had so far on Den, it has been sheer and utter dominance from Koi, and even if they don't technically win that rotation, well, that's why you have the Hellstorm in the back pocket. This is efficient work. Koi, they're gonna win this game in dominant fashion, unless the caster curse is out of control.
I was just about to say we need to test the powers early on, because we don't want to do anything too insane later on in the tournament. For now, 219 to 122, Ravens holding on. 3rd set of hard points now. Typically, this is where the game ends for you new Call of Duty viewers. Trake's with another 2. He's been trying to keep himself up there in the kills department alongside Nox. Lurks, though, uncharacteristic of the young rookie. That 11 and 23 is certainly looking sore.
Not a fun time. And this is just going to get worse. Yeah, if you weren't having fun before, this is just going to annihilate the P1 setup. Everyone's going to be forced to run indoors. Lurks has to hop off the time, and you absolutely just clear this space out. And the moment the Hellstorm lands, it gets the kill. Abe soars right in to collect the time.
So well orchestrated, it might well have been rehearsed. Kips and Kleenex clean up the wings. Now the last man on time is going to be taken care of, and there we go, folks. 20 points for the win. Movistar Koi trying to close out our first map of the tournament. Get us into the raid S&D, they say. Final 10, it won't happen here, but yet again, the rotation to P2, in and out all year long. Movistar Koi, Den has been their map. We are so close to the game finish.
Yeah, I mean, listen, every single player just ironed up, waiting for the gunfights to come to them. Abe right now playing with the slow pace. You had Kips ironed up, and of course, we already know how it's going to be from the likes of Kleenex and Insight. Just a very well-organized team, very efficient Call of Duty being played in a dominant map 1 win.
Yep, started strong. A confident finish as well. Movie star Koi draw first blood here at the Esports World Cup 2026. Ravens, not a massive surprise. Search and Destroy will sit at the moment on the bounce back, but here are some of the highlights from map number 1. And yeah, Kleenex absolutely running things. Fantastic work. A couple of lovely pieces there from the Ravens chance, but not quite enough. For the new viewers at home, what went wrong for Carolina?
P1 and P2. P3 and P4 were a bit of a dogfight. Ravens able to fight back a couple key breaks when they got them, but the success Ravens had was sort of scrappiness, trading out hills 50-50. P1 and P2, they get absolutely throttled. They lose every single rotation to both of those hills. The one moment they were actually get to P1 early, the third go-around, Linux is a hellstorm to break you down. So the hot start for movie star Koi, it's just a team, again, well-oiled machine. We are deep in the year here in Black Ops 7. They know exactly what they want to do at all times. If you go up by 60, 70 points, you can just afford to play an entirely different game. And I think we really saw that towards the end of the gameplay. Again, every single player ironed up, waiting for the gunfights to come to them. Koi made that game very easy on themselves.
Happy to see that one go through the net early on. A team that has had such an interesting relationship between the first map of the series as an organization, Koi, Ultra, and their tenure here in the Call of Duty world. Nox somewhat some form of issue for himself there, as our fans of all ages here in the COD world have turned out here in Paris. What a wonderful week it will be. We've barely begun. Plenty more teams to see, plenty more games to play, and at the end of all of it, a baptism of confetti and most likely some indoor fireworks as we hand out that trophy.
Fun one to collect, get to melt down some keys, get to choose the teams that you want to torture.
Another thing that we do here at the EWC is the key crushing. It is such a fun tradition. I think it's even more intimate in games like chess or Street Fighter or Tekken. But here in COD, you know, you sort of have to pick a representative from each team, and they've got to go up and do it. Whereas in the fighting game, you have to hand it over. That moment is so different. But to be the representative for the squad, you know, get to crush it, get to hand them over. It's a strange and, quite frankly, a fun tradition we do here. I wonder who's going to do it for Koi, who's going to do it for the Ravens. Plenty of that later, though, folks, as we should be rolling into the Search and Destroy relatively quickly. What a stage. STC Arena, you're looking great. Comms as well. We come back to the comms idea, Chance. How much the coaches are actually getting involved. Perfect example there of Flux not saying a word because he didn't need to.
Nothing to count.
Nothing to say, yeah.
Up by 80, your team is very much dialed in. On the flip side, maybe a couple problems to solve by the looks of it. Nox, extra expressive. Struggling with something on the map 1, and just gorgeous fans we have in the crowd. I see you, young man.
Mogged the life out of us. Absolute. I mean, that's a GIF. Another GIF.
I can't believe you. You're well educated.
I heard it used in the green room earlier, and I thought it was fantastic.
Oh my God.
When I hear it used well, here he is. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's hydrated as well. A FaZe fan, nonetheless. Obviously happy with the result that they had in Vegas a matter of weeks ago. Can they do it again here? Back-to-back for Optic last year. Our defending champions. We'll see them all played later on today. This is the first match of EWC 26 for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And what a fun time already.
So who mogs who in this setup?
Well, you got to try. You got to put a little bit of effort in to mog someone.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, like Flux has got aura right now.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I am. Absolutely. Oh, wait.
There he is.
Oh, he's loving it now. See, there you go. He's phased up.
It's classic. It's absolute classic.
He's phased up. Yeah, I mean, we're truly ready to go. So there's an audio issue on stage. We're going to get that one resolved ASAP. Headsets are back on. Nox should be hot to trot, ladies and germs.
Gave the thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, Charles, we go to Raid next. One of the most legendary Call of Duty maps of all time. We've been here for quite some time now.
True S-tier map?
A true S-tier map, yeah. I mean, what, Black Ops 2? We're coming up on a decade of fun and games, if not more, on this map. Everyone knows it so well. I do think, I mean, of all the players, it's the young ones who you have to kind of go, ooh, do they know what's up here? Do they know what's going on?
All I know is Kleenex is going to be my player to watch. That is 99 awareness. You see that quick look to it's a very small drone we have in venue. A little bit tricky to spot, but the moment you see that movement, and Kleenex laser locked on it, give him a airsoft gun, he'd take that bad boy down.
He's locked indeed. Tobias Julianson, one of the greatest to do it here in the COD world. Great fun POV to watch when things are going his way. Really started to steal souls, I think, in the Cold War year. That was when he put us all into that sweet, sweet spot. The Kleenex flow state moments were absolutely outstanding.
There's a lot of sort of, personalities around Call of Duty, former players, coaches, what have you, that I would love to sit down for like a long-form interview. Like Flux, I think, would be a really interesting coach to talk to. But bringing up Kleenex in his flow state moments, I know Aches, a legend of the Call of Duty scene, has always been a very big Kleenex fan, and I do wonder if it is because he played him in Black Ops 4 a single time, got World Star once, and when this guy, I'll just never say a bad thing about him again.
Yeah,
I do wonder.
There's a time and a place where you go, yeah, it's not for me anymore, and typically a player like Kleenex probably decides it for you.
I'm telling you, 78 highlight reel plays. Everybody has a memory.
And they do. Do you remember that one? Do you remember this one? Yeah. On this map, plenty. Hardpoint as well, going as far back as Cold War. But here we go to map number 2. Ladies and gents, this podcast is over for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as we get ourselves into Raid, Search and Destroy.
You got Koi on the attacking rounds to kick things off. This is actually a map that bit him in the butt just a little bit towards Champs time. Ultimately still a very strong team on it, but can't afford to make mistakes. Single round cost you, and you're going to be punished. Kips, the sooner he gets in the mix in these rounds, the better. A 4-man stack towards that.
Yeah, we see Movie Star Koi attacking first. Here in the COD world, we're going to swap sides after this one. First to 6. And what do you know, folks? That connected. Insight might have just passed over all the information in the world. Is he in position here for the hit? Oh, nearly gets it. Nox. That first blood's going to go his way. Opens up a little bit of the map now to play with for the Ravens.
And this was the theme. The issue that Koi was having at Champs on this map was specifically Insight being overwhelmed. So he's the man watching the flank, but now everybody's going to get taken down. Koi try to get out of dodge, and instead they get picked apart. Kleenex left in 1v4 and nothing to cook up. But this is sort of that floating style. Insight is the pinch guy. On Raid, it's a map we've been playing for 15 years. You know the spots, you know the themes. If you're just able to catch and isolate Insight out, the rest of the round really sort of eases up on you. The Ravens might have struggled to map 1, but hey, a little bit of momentum under their wings.
He's one of those players, as soon as you identify the position, as soon as you get the kill, you really know we've got more space to play with here, boys. We can make some moves. And again, that much more aggressive style from the Ravens. Happy to run that one together. We saw that 4 players in the middle of the map at one point. As soon as they got hit by that nade, though, we need to make something happen here. Thank God for the timing. Goes their way. 1 round.
And a 3-man stack towards B. It'll be Trake's responsible to flag for his team. Kips, intel on him, and Abe eviscerated for the first blood. Free and easy, not even shooting back. He'll take that information, let Trake's get back in the mix, and now all 4 players for the Ravens here.
He tripped over a rock on the outside there and made nothing of that life. Pressure on towards the B-bomb site. Koi trying to reposition here, trying to deny as much space here for the Ravens, but they managed to get in there. Kleenex goes for it. Out the window, what an attempt. Kips banged up. He's going to be held in position here. And again, it's Insight. It's the roaming player. Now on the push. Look at that from the Ravens. Press the advantage. Insight now, last man left alive. It's a 1v3. And it is as good as done. Ravens 2 in a row.
Easy first bloods, a little bit of a gift given to them in that round, and make sure you capitalize. Spot Kips in basketball. He's on the right side. There is no path of escape, and one mistake will cost you at this level in S&D. We're getting cost in both these rounds, and we get to do a little pump down as well.
Oh yeah, we were close. I wonder what Zuma thinks. He's here. I wonder what he thinks about that one. 2-0 Ravens. 5 in a row for Exceed. Haven't seen a map like this out of Exceed since the start of the year. Can he keep it going? 2-2 split there for the Ravens on defense. Abe and the boys trying to make their way forward. Kips' first blood certainly helps.
There's the get back. Kleenex is going to be the man of mystery, and Exceed might meet his early demise. Insight's going to deliver him to hell, and Woo! Well, Lurks will be the next man potentially to fall in line. 17 HP, and you can see Koi, they've isolated him out. They have tracked him the entire way. Ooh. He makes a great read, but simply overwhelmed, and Nox might just be the next man to fall.
Hey, Nox, 1v2. He's out. He's nobody home for now. The bomb will be planted at B, most likely. I think the boys have an idea of where he is. Is it going to be a fast plant? Yes, it is. They know well. Kleenex and Abe, 2v1. Nox, retake's got to be fast. Can he catch a kill? Sure can, 1v1. Nox goes high. Look at the lovely movement to set himself up for what is nearly a fantastic round.
Has the NPC, both weapons, and he's going for the full wrap.
Is Kleenex going to meet him here? Staying bottom bed. The oscillation back and forth to timing. Spotted out. Fights on. Kleenex. What a play! Nox keeps the run going. And a 2v1 to make it 3-0.
Momentum killer. Koi finally get a first blood, finally in a good situation in the round, and then a 1v2 where they just do not shoot back. Koi does everything right, but they get caught. Nox, you see it, 100 HP. Next gunfight, Nox, at the end of it, 100 HP. Not fun to lose a 2v1 without shooting a bullet.
Ravens fans coming in all different jerseys today, whether it be London or Paris. 3 rounds in a row here for the Ravens, and Nox finds himself on a 3 spree. Lovely nades there through mid, lots of information passed over kitchen, blown to pieces, smithereens if you will, as is tradition here on Raid. B-bomb site attack, and Abe catching the timing.
Take that freebie first blood, another opportunity for Koi to get in the mix for the round. Kleenex, intel on everyone, and more free kills running through. I mean, again, a map that has existed for 15 years and players still just getting caught.
Abe's NPC quickly fills the gap. Pressure still on here, not a chance for Lurks to escape. Entire encirclement here for Exceed. Lovely shots, but it'll only last so long. Koi finally get on the board. And honestly, a good round out of them. A great round. Decisive from start to finish.
Well, maybe the exact same setup coming from Ravens in the offensive round hurts them just a little bit. Tricks that island player. If you're in the 3v4 situation, once that guy gets picked for the first blood, you get a little bit nervy. You feel the force to overcommit. Got to make some plays. Just a tough spot. Good execution from Koi.
How many more can we get, lads? Insight sitting on the old donut, or the breadstick rather, or the baguette here in France.
There you go.
Easy. Writes itself. It's low-hanging fruit. See if you can't change that. Again, the roaming play. We're not expecting him to go absolutely huge in these games. Abe spree, bit of a stun there to connect. More information passed over. Look at the arrows there of the Ravens. Immediate adjustment towards A. Back laundry. Kleenex is going to be the lone man. How much could he do? He's seen more than enough thrown his way to show 2 players at least. What a gunfight. Lurks is good for the first blood. Kips on the immediate back pedal. Abe from steps. You've got the setup here. And the middle of the map wide now open for Koi to play with.
That's a huge pick from Insight. Now you just get to breathe so much easier. Don't have to worry about the pinch. You do have to worry about the smokes.
Shots in from Kips, but it's going to be a 2-piece. Down to Insight, and he's gone as well. Ravens back on top with 20 for the defuse. You need 7.5 seconds to defuse the bomb here in COD, and that was more than enough. 4-1.
Yeah, beautiful. Smoke grenade, honestly, it wins them the round. Shout out to the utility. Once Insight wins the gunfight towards the middle of the map, everyone else is just going to be fighting for laundry. Much easier situation for Koi. The smoke, though, just isolates this player. Kibbs, good to give you one, but now you're forced to get traded out. You see Lurks getting a little bit too squirrely. Overwhelming there for the retake for Ravens. Did he mog anybody?
No.
He's just chilling.
He's just chilling.
I'll figure it out.
No, he was low-key chilling for real. Here we go into another round. 4-1 once again for the Ravens. They have absolutely proven themselves worthy opponents here in Search and Destroy. Going to play Overload next. That is leaning Koi, just given their tenure as a roster. But for now, fingers and toes crossed. Let's get it.
Laundry control taken by Ravens. Bomb plant, this is the exact same setup Koi had in the previous round for offense. Ravens, it is a carbon copy. We'll see how they do for the hold, and they got the trophies out. It's going to be extremely helpful.
Yeah, it's laundry day. We're hitting it from the back. Knocks down. Kipps finds a 2. How many more can he get? What a play now. Kipps pushed his way through stairs. The backup has arrived in the form of Kleenex. Exceed now in a 1v3. Can he get 1? No. The second man, Kipps, takes a pounding, but 3 in the life and the defuse. What a wonderful amount of points to get there. On track for the Hellstorm.
Hey, yo. Not too shabby. Great job on the retake, and I think a moment for Carolina Royal Ravens where, I mean, you saw the idea. They were trying to work that Eiffel Tower strat, but it took them way too long to figure out what they actually wanted. Players jumping back and forth, and you hesitate in Call of Duty, you will get punished very quickly. This is August. You think we'd be prepared in these strats a little bit more, but that's not going to be the case, Miles. Koi, sign of life, moment of opportunity.
We love surprises here in the COD world. 4-2. A cursed number here in COD. See if we can't keep this run alive. And there's the snipe from Exceed. This is the adaptation. Slow down, Koi, or just don't shoot or miss. I mean, good lord, it's all happening here. Exceed was hoping to give you something extra there, and he hesitated.
And you have Kleenex in the meantime. He has just taken over this A site. He has pushed up for the laundry controls, so the squad wrapping all the way back. Kleenex information, and the shots rolling through. Really just wants to slow him down. So the laundry control push, we'll see what they decide. But nope, going back for the retake. So this is 3 rounds in a row. Classic situation for Raid, but Exceed already finds that first pick.
Yeah, as soon as Kleenex shows face there, they meet the pressure immediately. And the big gun pulled right up. Kleenex down as well. Middle of the map now starting to get a little bit dicey. Insight backing on up. And here we go, folks. Ravens fly. Ravens pressure. What a win from Jamie Craven. And a 1v1. Nox versus Insight. New school, old school. X-ray goes off. Nox has no idea where the man is. Catches a headshot. And he's out. The hunt now begins. Time ticking. Nox must find the kill. Insight has done it. No time for the defuse. It is 4-3. Age is not just a number. It is a level. He's experienced.
Absolutely outstanding. Inside a high-level player, you play the patience game against him, you're going to lose it every single time. You got nice teamwork coming through. Abe, I think, got tags on that second player. Insight calling out for help. So teamwork from Insight and Abe on point. Insight good for 3 in the round. And again, for the 1v1, just stones. I think for Nox, you do have to sprint at Insight. That is your key to success.
You got to fly. You don't have the time to get back for the bomb to hit that defuse. A difficult thing to do, nearly impossible against some of the best players. Insight's 3 in that life. Handy dandy indeed. Comeback is on. 4-3 over to B.
Good peek just for the information. Eyes on 3. That means the rest of Koi going to start to get active. You see on the mini-map, Insight taking space on the A site. He's taking over ring control. Kip survives, make it out towards basketball, and middle of the map being held by Kleenex. So Koi, all the information, all the opportunities here, and there's the teamwork. Abe sent on the chase, gets the first blood.
Kip's been the man on pool duty for so long now. Oh, he saw more than enough there. Shots in. Pressure still here. We're not giving up the position by B for the Ravens. Trakes is still carrying bomb. Movie star Koi back up a bit. Give them some space to work with.
Oh, you chase Insight. Here's the teamwork. Kleenex lying in wait.
His duo. Long time duo. And he's good for 2. Exceed now alone. 11-4. Caught in a trap. 4-4. Equalizer found here on Raid.
Now all the Koi players doing their job. Information taken towards the middle of the map. Space taken towards ring when you need it. Just a classic round of Call of Duty. And of course, while Insight was the man sort of made the bait over towards Zig, Lurks actually does the right thing to check this angle, but Kleenex wins the first gunfight. Everybody else looking the wrong direction. The tissue, still an issue.
Always an issue. I mean, the day he is no longer an issue, what a dark day in COD that will be.
You're talking about, what, 2046?
About that.
Yeah.
Black Ops 10.
Black Ops 17.
Lovey 3 still there for Insight. Kleenex, what a round.
Looking like a little bit of B-bomb love here for Movie Star Koi. And the Ravens will adapt. Just enough seen there. Drake's going to be the rear guard. No one at A, no one at A. They've got to be B. That's the call. Snock's seen enough. Exceed now with the shots. Here's the stretch plant, and it's going to be game on.
This will be plant number 4 for Abe. Getting the OBJ work done. I think you've had one truly successful hold for Koi, but the retakes for Ravens have been decent. They need it again now.
3 through the back. That seems to be the play. Abe's got the stairs absolutely covered. Lock and key. And inside, I mean, that is nearly a stair glitch, but we'll take it. He is crouching. Opening shot's good enough. A 4 spree. Here comes Kips. Top spot. Massive damage. There's the first kill, but not the man he was initially fighting. 15 seconds, and it's done. Map point Koi.
Yeah, and no red card. Definitely not a stair glitch. However, the gunfight still a nightmare from the other
pretty close.
side.
Close enough on the crouch there, but yeah, you saw it from his POV. Easy as pie. It's funny watching Warzone last week.
Oh.
We don't adhere to the gentleman's agreements in Warzone, Chance.
I can't.
Let me tell you, bruv. Let me tell you. It was lit.
I can only imagine.
Let me tell you.
You mentioned that cursed 4-2 lead.
Yeah.
The reason it's a curse is look at it now.
Yeah, look at it now. Map point Koi. Insights 4. Kleenex is 2. And we're all in right now for the Ravens. This is it. This is the gambit for the round 11. Can we get there? They're trying to overwhelm what few defenders are, and that's a nice start. Lurks his nade. Good enough. He hits the pool immediately to cool off. Now control of the site. Now the trophies. Oh, here come the dogs of war from Koi right through the middle of the steps. Bomb planted. Drakes from the pool to the kill feed. Oh, he was looking good for the second. And it's on to round 11 we march.
First one of the tournament. It is not going to be the last. And pressure is on Ravens, especially down 1-0 in the series. Digging deep for this one.
Perfect play call. Nades connect. Only thing you could possibly critique, we lost the trophy system.
Oh no, oh dear, not the trophy. That's what we're going to be hoisting at the end of this tournament. Didn't need it there in the round 10. And Kips has been doing that dance towards basketball and Tiki every single round on the defensive end. Finally gets punished for it.
Hit him with the Trinity dodge. This, the Matrix. What a classic, folks. You should see it if you haven't. Abe, here we go. Connection there onto Nox in kitchen. No, not yet. Intel passed by. Abe now moving furiously towards the A-bomb site. Exceed. He might have a snipe. It's hard to tell. Will he have watchful eye over that bomb? No, it goes down. It does get planted. But then he's connect. No snipe here for Exceed. The shuffle on the retake. Here we go.
And this is the dream for Koi. This is a much better setup to have in the post plant.
Laundry side. Now they've crossed towards the ring. Koi electing. Oh, what a nade! That might as well be it. Lurks to the last man. And what an attempt it was. Koi deny. What a comeback. 2-0 to Movie Star Koi.
Attaboy there for Insight. Much better setup on the minimap there for the post plant. You're giving up the laundry space, and it is setting up the trap of that exploding van. Timing absolutely on point, and one of my favorite shots on raid, the quick rush. Bang out through the middle of the map, use the nades on the guy that's playing over towards kitchen, take that space, and just do not waste any time. And there's a look at the Peach right
Boink.
over the top, straight into 2.
What a brilliant map. Well, that's going to be 2 for Koi over to Puckett.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. A few tech pauses, but we made it to halftime here for our first of 6 matches on the main stage. Allie, it's group stages. You win 2, you're through. You lose 2, you're done. You're already 1 map away from holding your first L if you're Carolina Royal Ravens.
Yeah, on the side of Carolina, I mean, that's a heartbreaking map 2 loss. You know, you open up with a banger, you do that rush through mid, you catch them off guard, and when we talk about the teams on kind of the underdog side of this, S&D is where they should show some promise. We saw it in the first couple of rounds, the later half, we let the bomb go down a few too many times.
look at our highlights from this one. Andrew, talk to me a little bit about star players on this stage. Is there anyone shining bright early on day one?
I don't know necessarily about individual players shining bright just yet. I think that some of the things that we're going to look at in terms of the scoreboard and stuff, I think they're a little bit misleading right now. I think that we could talk about that hard point. It felt like there was a lot of individual players playing for their own
Drakes is baiting his teammates?
Just a little bit.
Sorry, did I say it loud?
Players in the back on this...
There's another one with him.
On this talent team who are very much so losing their minds in the back. But you've also got this S&D, and I feel like Royal Ravens here, they underdo what they're very good at. Typically very defensive heavy, great at taking bloods even if the plank goes down. Here, completely collapsed, not only, of course, in that round 11 where Koya just beautifully for them, but in that round 7, they threw it away.
Now, Ali, there's 25 different titles here at EWC. Some people, they start their halftime shows in chronological order. They walk you through game 1, then game 2, and then potentially throughout the rest of the series. And God, we need to show you guys what's in the tip of our brains, which was this game 2, and then we'll go back and remind you the game 1 highlights before we get into our game 3 respawn. So Search and Destroy plays different from all the other game modes. If it goes the distance, are Koi the easy favorites, or is this the best chance if you're Carolina?
No, I think Koi are now the easy favorites. I think Carolina had opportunity in that map 2 in that Search and Destroy, and unfortunately they kind of let it slip out of their hands. And when you're heading into an overload, that's Koi's strongest game mode right now. Their hardpoint actually hasn't been that strong, so they dominate that map number 1. Now they're going into another respawn, this map number 3. It is not looking good for Carolina.
And let's take a look at that map 1 highlights, because if you're looking for some of the better plays, you're going to need to bring it in teamwork. You need to trade kills, right? When you're low, you got to slide out anyway, Andrew.
I felt for Lurks out there because he's got his dynamic duo alongside him. He brought into this team.
Doing his
trades.
best.
And you're just like, that guy's getting hung out too dry. God bless. Someone needed to step on the point.
Exceed as well. I mean, both players are trying to play the game fundamentally, rotate for the hard points early. It seemed just to be a battle for scrap time and kind of mid-map control without any hard point scored.
That was the story of this map number 1. I mean, Koi was on the winning end of those rotations almost every single hill, and the few that we did see Ravens get there early, it was simply Exceed by himself, and he did not have a whole lot of help with him. So regardless in the fact that Drake and Knox were almost plus 10 positive, look at that scoreboard, 219 to 124. The teamwork on the side of Movie Star Koi coming out on top.
If you have them in fantasy, congrats to you. If you got them in the UWC pick'ems to pop off today, the youngsters are here. Reminder, Knox in just his second or third tournament at the pro level, and on the other side, Drake started with Miami but was moved off of that roster for the last 2 lands. So if you look at them moving forward, they've got a lot to learn. They've had minimal time to prep with Carolina. On the other side, this team looks very comfortable right now. We have Insight going up against Nox, one of the OGs going up against one of the newest faces. If you're trying to compare numbers, do they even play the same role so far, Andrew? Have you seen the ARs from both SMGs? What are they bringing out in this matchup?
I mean, for me personally, I think that your ARs are doing a great job here if you're on Koi of locking down the kind of rotational situation that they need to have going on, because that's where they've been incredibly strong in their map 1. That's where they've been great at their hop, but just getting defensive setups in. The SMGs are getting pushed out very well, and it feels like they are working as a 2 on Koi, very much so separated if you're on that Raven side right now. It's ugly to watch.
Ali, for Overload, what are you looking forward to? This is going to be our game mode where you try and take it to the opposing base and score, right?
Yes, it is, and I'm looking forward to Kleenex, because that's going to be your front line on the side of Movie Star Koi, and also coming off of that Search and Destroy, him and Insight were the 2 that were playing well, and when you're a Movie Star Koi fan, that's what you're hoping for, because you know what you're going to get out of the other 2. You're hoping that your core starts on strong.
A lot of people are saying this is the final major tournament for Black Ops 7. It is the final time to put on a show in front of your fans. For Carolina, they're running out of time. We send it back over to the casters. Miles and Chance, let's finish this.
Finish him. Wrong game, but well could be what happens.
Is it here?
Yes, it is. Well, no, I don't know. No. The other ones are.
I know Street Fighter for sure.
That was great. Taking second place right now.
The chest throws me off so much.
I can see it. Just like the corner of my eye. Locking back into the game.
You don't want to talk about Andrew Tang?
Hey, he was
Penguin?
He was at breakfast today. Nah, I'm only kidding. But excited to see how that all goes down. What a time here at Esports World Cup 26. Tons of games being played, but you should only care about the one that's being forced down your eyes and ears right now, and that's Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Map 3 coming into this one, ladies and gents. This is going to be Overload. Now, Mr. Chance, if you had to describe Overload to somebody at home who's never seen it before, how would you describe it?
Interesting. I was trying to think of like a kids game metaphor for it.
That's
I think
fine.
The fact
You've
that there's
taken too long.
There's 2 portals on either side, so it's a little bit more finesse. You take the ball, you get it through the portal. Easy peasy. There's 2 on either side. Every single map has your sort of preferences, different themes you're going to be rocking with, but very simple to calculate. Drone touches the portal, satellite touches the portal, ball touches the portal, EMP device touches it, you get 1 point.
Yeah, we'll do our best to make sure we call it the same thing every time, but it does look like a ball on the minimap, so an easy thing for you at home to keep track of. Now, when a player does pick it up, they lose their primary weapons. They fall back to their little pistol, Jaeger 45. Still a formidable tool for dealing damage and getting kills on players, but it does put your team at a disadvantage.
And if we're doing like a tier list for third game modes, Overload, I'd say like A tier, one of the best.
Yep.
Obviously, like, you know, just because comeback uplink existed in AW, uplink automatically just gets the top shout. Control specifically in Black Ops 4, the game perfectly designed for it. So much fun. Overload, I think, has been a fantastic addition.
Yeah, incredible.
Enjoyed it from the start of the year. You get to watch the sort of like development of different strategies, the evolving ideas from the players over time, and even like thematically, different teams bringing different ideas to different maps and sort of like hammering out your own style. It's been a ton of fun. Enjoyed to watch it this year in Black Ops 7.
Really exciting moments, highlight plays, you name it, it's all been there. Whether we go from overtime or previously sudden death, that sort of search and destroy style life mode,
what a time
it was
was.
excellent. It was so exciting to watch. And again, our friends at Treyarch, thank you so much for not only making the mode, but all the adjustments throughout the year. It's been so great. Little head-to-head here, Chance. But what was your point? So you trying to talk about?
Well, just to acknowledge like the sort of fun moments we've had. Sudden death. You're the Kleenex 1v1 against Mercules on Exposure Overload. It's a game mode that has created some really identifiable, memorable moments. It's been a ton of fun, and maybe a guy like Nox can give us one here.
Very lightly, so the head-to-head there against Insight. Assault Rifles, we're going to be seeing those guys going absolutely wild on this upcoming map. And this is match point for Movie Star Koi. Win this, and you bin the Ravens in the group. Win 2 advance, lose 2. Here we go. Gridlock Overload, map number 3.
And I tell you, you see the 0-1 record for Koi. It is certainly a map that they have enjoyed playing, but specifically for Hardpoint and S&D, I don't think that 0-1 record is necessarily going to show. I do think if Koi gets an early lead, it'd be devastating. I think the way that you can play around it, it is only a central device spawn on top of the bus. It is permanent. And I think that is sort of a situation where a guy like Insight will thrive. Oh, I just have to L trigger and a credit angle top broken and never let you pick it up? Bet. I can do that all day.
That was a great COD Kid sentence.
This is, wow, yeah, I'm sorry.
It was, wasn't it? No, it's fine.
If we ever go on camera, I'm going to mog you. Not if it requires effort. I apologize. It's never going to happen, boss.
That was the most outstanding Gen Z conversation I've had in quite some time. Abe, great shots to start things off. This is what you want for Movie Star Koi. Mid-map control, a 2-man flank, and they've lined up for Jamie Craven, and he's picked up the pair.
Yeah, easiest L trigger he's ever going to have. That is what he does the best. Kleenex, smoked.
Yep. Ooh,
and Kips, yeah, bites off more than he can chew, so shout out to Lurch. Just saved his team a point.
Yeah, that's an ideal spot to be in right now. As Exceed, quick pickup, advancing forwards here. You've got the numbers right now for the Ravens. Attack right through the middle. Kips trying to go over the top. Gonna get any more out of this? It's got very ugly, very quickly. Reinforcements arrive, and they're snuffed immediately. 4 dead for the Ravens.
Yeah, Lurks makes a hero play, but then the entire team of Koi delivers on the flip side. Now you're gonna be trying to take the device to the A side of the map. A little bit rare to see on Gridlock. Most teams go in this direction. Prefer to attack B, but it's gonna be a slow approach. But as Keeps gets these building control, only one more man to beat.
Say no place for no heroes, Nox. Locking it down like a fort, but we've broken in. Insight pickup, and it's good. 1-0.
It's a steal. Hard fought, well worked, and hey, Koi is able to punish you immediately. A 4-man wipe on the defensive end. They turned that into a slow approach of a score, and well, now you got Carolina Ravens really trying to sort of run it down and get inside your spawn. They effectively clear off the entire team, but until you touch the device, you're never going to score, and they got that protection covered.
And somehow Kleenex picked up 2. I'd have changed as well. How he won that fight, we may never know. Once again, Ravens pounding their way through the middle of the map. Exceed with a nice 2. Abe trying to slow down the advance of Carolina. Kips yet again not afraid to push that front line forward. Quick run now towards the A goal. Movie Star Koi, complete coverage here. They've moved in a position, but they've been absolutely slaughtered by Nox. Finds 2, draws the defenders, and Lux has gone on the flank.
Yeah, coast to coast. He is the primary man in position, getting the intel. Stun grenade to slow him down, but he's got the hops to make the work. Good for 1. The device, though, gonna have to slow down. Nox has lost all of his friends.
Oh, but they're down. Abe, last man is a 1v1 for the bread. Exceed gets it through. What an equalizer.
Hard fought. Final pistol kill gonna be good for it. Ravens, a little bit of life, and you love when they play with that idea.
They're really playing with pace as well. This is an aggressive look. And Gridlock, you were not wrong about that scenario where you're going down by 1. how ugly it could be. Nox with the corners here, right in the middle. The EMP will only spawn in the center of the map here on Gridlock. On other maps, you'll see it in different places. But for now, a lovely 1-1 game.
This is going to be the standard push coming in from Koi. Insight already lying in wait. Kip's good for 2, and just like that, how easy can it be? Koi quite literally just dominating the map control. They make the perfect play. Everybody does their job, and we go back towards the reset. Ravens. A very quick pull, though, on the device, or maybe not. Kip's trying to keep it under lock and key. Ravens, once again, looking for the kills first.
Shots in from Abe. This is a strong defensive hold so far for Movistar Koi. Pace being set by now by the Ravens. They've got themselves into the courtyard. Abe's got to find 2 here. Insight over his left shoulder. Wonderful moment. There's Kleenex. Finds the angle. That's the space push purchase now, and the push forward for Movistar Koi. You have managed to dodge the damage. Lovely back and forth, and this is not over yet.
Inside though, ironed up, last man to beat. He's good for 2. Yep, the final sort of man with the stronghold, getting his team those close side squad spawns. That's exactly how Koi like to play. You have the safety net of the back line, and now they're going back to their original offensive play. Kid's taking so much space towards Broken while he gets caught for Insight, nowhere to go. He wants to back down without giving away his life. A delicate moment, but he's escaped.
This is all just good possession, though. Movistar Koi back to mid, maintaining control of the EMP, not letting anything get away from them. Right now, with 40 seconds to play, they've got the chance to make a hit happen. Here we go, Kleenex. Oh, what a snap. Good for 2. Numbers are still here. Koi, this play is alive.
Number 3, last man to beat. And you know exactly where he is. Well, you see how close those spawns are coming through. You need a little bit extra. Koi, everybody here just about. Kleenex will be sort of picking up the slack, and Insight picking up extra kills in the meantime.
Although still holding it together, still holding the line. Insight there on the 4 makes it a 5. What a shot. The last man, Kleenex, opens the window. Insight off the wall. Lead well and truly in the hands of Movistar Koi. There's not going to be enough time to pick up the device. No extra time going into the second half. 3-1. As we swap sides, that's as good as it gets.
And I already know, I see a kill like that from Insight. I'm making note of it. What side of the stage is he sitting on, and in what position? It is number 3 from the left. I like that PC. That's a good PC.
That's a good PC. I like that one. That's nice. This one's feeling good.
Those green Ethernet cables. I've seen them. I've seen them. Did my sister walk in the room? Did it mess with the internet?
Threw long barrel on.
Yeah, hell, dude. Look at you go. Look at you go, man.
I know. I've been here a minute now. I've been here a minute. Speaking of a minute.
My sister walked in the room.
That's about as long as we're going to get on this halftime break. Another 5 minutes to play of Overload. We swap sides. Movistar Koi with the lead and the listening.
Logan's going to be right. You're going to trophy where?
P1.
Okay.
Nailed it there on the pass, okay.
Nading?
One shot.
I didn't hit it.
Pass you. One's weakness up P1.
Naded, hard naded.
There's 3 here, there's 3 inside. One's hold 2 by P1.
Wait.
Out of showers, me guys.
Close, sweet guys. On the way.
Go in. There's 2 hole.
Okay, I'm one shot.
Go small. Hard up. Still hole as well.
Hole on the side. Yeah, underpass though.
Is he out? No, he's so small, run away.
I just fucking mantled. Two out. On your left.
Backed up, set.
Nice, 2v1.
Box is right side, one left side.
Right side banging, I think. Banging me, bro. One more close side. Here's your
left side, trying to take one left.
Nice, bro.
Look for one.
I think he's left on me.
I
killed him, but I'm ironing ice cream. Could be I'm ironing ice cream. P1.
Yeah, right side.
Right side.
Heady, weak.
Nice.
Charming.
Max. One shot. Fucking P2.
There is a sec.
Dude, 2v2. They're aping, or one's aping left.
Right side, P1's off. Right side, once.
Gonna be ice cream.
Look for you, Chubby.
Nice. Two left, by the way, careful. Nothing ice cream. Just hold. Nice, good shit. Nice, bro. Missing one. I think the other guy wrapped. I think one's underpass.
Hold up.
Underpass, succeed. Okay. Two underpass, okay? Yo, I'm hitting left. 3 underpass. Give me a second. I hit left.
Well, Miles Ross, the Sloss boss. This would be my team for the audio book recording nominee. What book would they read?
I couldn't even begin to answer that question. A lovely listening, though, yet again. Movistar Koi, great comms. Ravens, they are still suffering here. Possession to Koi, maintaining control of the EMP. What an advantage it gives you in terms of dictating the pace and the play of the game, where the game is taking place as well. Kleenex, mid-map roll. It's down. It's done. Tricks with a 2. Forced out of position, and a death here could be a costly one. Into the spawn we now go. Koi digging in as best they can and as fast as they can, and Insight criticized for being a slow player. It's a speedy two-piece.
Always in the right spot at the right time. The safety net for the squad, and that is going to get you cut down along the way. Device control immediately back in the hands of Koi.
That's what you love to see. Right back in the hands of Koi. Big play happening now. Kips has got himself all the way over to the B goal, setting up in the long run. Can he get involved now? He's got to press forward, find these kills, buy the time, but he can't open that area to allow those members to spawn up. So there we go, Insight. This is certainly going to help. But wait, a flank play there from Trakes to the flank. He does manage to catch the carrier. Run forward now, under the coverage, all over the Hellstorm. It could be a goal. It could be a run. What a move from Kleenex. It's 4-1.
And that is perfect teamwork on Gridlock. It quite literally cannot get better. A flank play coming in from Lurks. If the Device guy is by himself, it would have been a heist. He grabs it, runs it, and scores it in their grill. Well, instead, Kleenex is right there. The Hellstorm over top is absolutely perfect. And a 4-1 lead looking devastating.
Yeah, 2 minutes to play. 30 seconds of extra time if a player has possession of the device. And again, not an easy thing to do right now. The Ravens' possession has not been ideal. Exceed with a couple of sweet kills so far. Shots in. Waiting for his teammates to reinforce. Get those big guns up front.
Setting up for war. Trophy is going to be a bit of a defensive position. So many corners you have to clear to get this through.
And Kips finds two. Trakes is still trying to keep the play alive. The back and forth. No, good enough from the hip. Trying to get it over the line. Not going to happen. Abe there. The goal line stop. Beautiful stuff. A minute 25 and no goal from the Ravens.
Yeah, and you can just run this back and forth as much as you want. You are in no hurry. There is no reason to move from any of your power positions. You waste time. You win the game. You win the series. You move on with the tournament.
Step forward. Minute 10. Ravens. Nothing being shown here. Possession yet again from Movie Star Koi. The bus has been parked, or in this case, the truck. Oh, it's all four dead. That's a goal. A minute on the clock. You've got to get this one over the line as quickly as possible. Anyone there to stop it from Koi. Lurks is going to send it through. 4-2, maintaining position in spawn.
See if they can get the rally cap. You're going to have Exceed sitting on it, waiting for the jump, but everybody else gets cleared out. So Exceed, he wants the pressure, he wants the kills, and that'll be no chain, and that'll be Toronto Koi just staring down the barrel, looking over top this device. They don't need to touch it. They're just playing keep away.
They're just sitting on top of that truck, right on top of the EMP spawn. They don't need to grab it. They just need to keep the Ravens away from it. And so far, that is the mission. Containment. What a play from Abe. A wonderful three-piece. Was 20 seconds to spare. They're looking for the fifth.
Yeah, clear cut, better team, not even close. The respawn's an absolute beatdown in that round 11. Haunting for the Ravens. Movie Star Koi, not too shabby of a start. It's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, the new look Ravens so far, they have been plucked right out of the sky. Meow indeed. Koi slay their way to a very swift 3-0 over the Carolina Royal Ravens.
And honestly, some of that Gridlock overload gameplay rolling through, they had some of the cleanest captures on the map we have seen this year. Did so on both points in the first round. I think the Hellstorm call from Insight ends up playing off perfectly. Get the intel on the pinch. Kleenex nearby to trade out the device carrier and ends up getting effectively the solo capture with that artillery-esque support. I think Koi, yeah, exactly what you want to see. They sort of bombed out at champs just a little bit, so they're going to be hungry for a high performance here, chasing that prize pool. That is good teamwork, good Call of Duty being played, and, well, just bitterness on the other side.
Get a squad like Koi, high expectations, championship caliber team. They've got trophies in that cabinet. They have throughout the Call of Duty world. They want a couple more. On stage with Ian Chambers, it's Kleenex.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I'm standing by with Kleenex. A really good start for Movistar Koi here. Last time we chatted, it was when you finished third last year. Now, after a disappointing exit at Champs, how fired up are you here in Paris?
I mean, I think it's obvious that we probably should have done better. I think with this team, we definitely have a higher ceiling than what people think. So it was a good start here, but I mean, we still got a long way to go.
You said in previous interviews about Kips and how he's just slotted so well into the team, really listens. And you talk about having a high ceiling. How big of an impact does he have, and how important will he be if you're to put together a deep run here?
I mean, at this point, I've teamed with a lot of good rookies, and now they're still in the league. I think he's going to be one of them. I think he's been absolutely insane from start to finish, and I don't think he's stopping anytime soon. So,
when you're playing with rookies, how important is it for you, and how much pressure do you feel to step up in some of the tougher moments, especially if you're going to put together that deep run here? When times get tough, I guess you've got to stand up and lead.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've been a quiet guy throughout my career, but I definitely had to be more vocal. Also with Joe. Joe was not a rookie, but he was still a little bit inexperienced, and I mean, he's shining now, so yeah.
Have you got a message for your fans? Because every team here has got like international fans that have flown all the way over to France to watch you guys compete. For your fans watching at home and the few that are super fans here in the building, what would you like to say to them?
I mean, we always appreciate you guys. It's fun coming out to Europe. Sometimes I get to see my family. It's not very often, so we appreciate you guys all the time. See some Danish people too. Shout out to those guys. So.
Where are your family based in Europe?
Denmark.
Oh, nice. So you're going to found any time to go and see them?
After the off season, might be a busy one. We'll see.
All right, well, congratulations on your first win, man, and best of luck in the rest of the tournament. That's just match 1 done. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at Esports World Cup rolls on.
Great work from Ian Chambers as always, and always good to hear from Kleenex. Allie, was that a little snippet of what's to come? It could be a busy offseason?
Yeah, that was a little nugget I think Kleenex just gave us, which would be really surprising. I don't know if he was hinting at himself in this current roster or maybe moving somewhere else, but focusing back on the match, I told you heading into that overload, you had to keep an eye on Toby. He can be aggressive. He used to be their frontline SMG, and he can put up numbers like that.
No, most certainly. I think what's very impressive was the adjustments made by Koi, because your Ravens, they are a very counter-attacking team when it comes to Overload. They're happy to scoop that device and just drive straight forward.
Yeah.
You're on a shorter map here on Gridlock, so you are very much open to that. And you did a wonderful